others and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities.
Keeping Wisconsin honest, or at least entertained. John and Gordy.
Hey now, happy Monday. Yeah, back again. It's John and Gordy. We're back again.
Here we are.
Yes.
It's a bright, beautiful, sunshiny kind of day in the capital of Wisconsin, here in Madison. And we're broadcasting at our home studios here, the headquarters. And it's looking nice out there.
Yeah.
Sunny skies, and temperatures are much milder than they were when we left you last week. When they were just
Wasn't there a Ringo
extremely
song,
cold.
Ringo Starr song, "Sunshine Life for Me"?
Oh.
Remember that?
I do recall that song.
It's kind of a seafaring type sound
Yeah.
to it.
I think that's a Ringo
It is
song.
subtitled "Sail Away, Raymond."
Yes.
Okay, that's
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can we hear a little?
yeah.
What is it?
The sunshine.
Here we go.
Yeehaw. Yikes.
It's a sunshine life for me. If I could get away from this cloud over me, seem to just follow me around.
I do love it. Good.
It's a
Yeah, that's Ringo.
Good
sunshine life
song.
for
He
me.
didn't do that in person.
He
I
didn't?
saw him in concert. It did not do that
Did
song.
not
It's a
do
great
that
one.
song.
Yeah.
Well, it is a bright sunny day here. Also sunny in La Crosse. They're at 23 degrees. Dells has clouds, 25. Milwaukee has flurries right now. Maybe a little
Wow.
lake effect
Okay.
over there or something. Something's going on in Milwaukee. 26 degrees there. And here in Madison, let's see, it is partly sunny and 25. So,
All right.
yeah, at least sunshine through much of the state, mixed in with a few clouds. And but we'll take mid-20s this time of year, mid to upper 20s. It's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, all good here. And did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I
Just
did.
in about 10 minutes, we're going to check in with Mike Clemens. He is already in San Francisco getting ready for the Super Bowl. And it's also his birthday. So we'll be
all right.
talking to Mike
That sounds good.
in just a few minutes.
You know, I completely forgot about the Super Bowl. Completely.
Well, it's next Sunday.
I remembered it. I remembered it yesterday, so I had to
Right.
ask Alexa whether the Super Bowl was tonight or not.
No, they take a week off. So
Yeah, they do take
that's
a
how
week
they do
off,
that, to
yeah.
get all the media hype coverage that they can possibly
Yep.
get for that. Aaron Zommers, good to see you here. How was your weekend?
Yeah.
Good to see you as well. It was good.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
long weekend that I took to
Yeah.
burn up some PTO.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I and my roommates were the only people within our age bracket who attended a Monster Jam, a monster truck rally in Milwaukee.
What?
You went to a monster
Why did
truck
you,
rally?
Why did you do that?
Because my roommate Elliot is simultaneously 6 years old and 60 years old. And he loves just machinery in general and wanted to go.
Wow.
And
That's pretty
So
cool.
we
You
had-
know?
Had you ever been to a monster truck thing?
yes, because I went to one with him
Yeah.
at a smaller place around Madison a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been to two now.
Yeah, I saw one a long time ago with my son when he when he was little.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun.
You took him to the WWF too, right?
I did. Yeah, that was here in Madison
Yep.
at the old Dane County Coliseum, now the Alliance Center.
Right.
Yeah. And that's where the Monster Truck Show
Yeah,
was
that's
as well.
I think I saw part of one too when I was
Yeah.
working with a radio station. But the thing that they concentrate on most is these giant monster trucks crushing other cars, right?
There was
Landing on
no
them.
car crushing.
Yes. Huh?
Apparently, they stopped doing
Oh,
it
they did.
a while ago because
Really?
Kill too many drivers.
yeah, safety reasons and cost and logistics, because it's become harder to find junkers and then get them there for cheap. You can't just. I mean, apparently, you could just roll up to a junkyard and be like, "I will take your finest piece of crap car, please," and just roll out with it for really cheap. Before, and now you can't do that, and so they've decided it's not worth it.
I knew a monster truck driver, and this is really weird, but she was a skier at Wisconsin Dells at the Tommy Bartlett show, and she was a great skier, and also she was part of the Nerveless Knocks, where they climb the big tall 60-foot poles and hang around up there and go upside down and do all the acrobatics while the poles sway back and forth. She was fearless, and she decided she was going to take up monster truck driving. And she did. So she does that in the off season.
Wow.
Angelina Knock. Yes. I don't know where she is now, but I think they live down in Florida, the Knock family.
Well, let's hope that she's around and still alive.
Yeah. So did you watch the Grammys last night at all? Anybody see that?
I caught
show?
some of it. I did. Yeah.
I enjoyed the performance by Lady Gaga came out wearing a lampshade or something. I don't know what she was wearing. Some kind of birdcage lampshady thing over her head. But great performance, though. Really great singing.
Wasn't there a guy that showed up with a house on his head? What? Did I see that on the red carpet? I saw
I
a
don't
picture
know.
of somebody
That might
with
have
a
been
house.
last year.
I didn't watch it at all.
Really?
I don't know. I think there were two kids of some superstar, and they were out there, and one had a building for a head.
They wear some outrageous outfits,
There's
those
not-
superstars,
There's-
right?
There's nothing left of the Grammys. There's nothing left of music, pop music today, right?
And
It's not
Jesse
flying
Wells.
by me. Yes,
Jesse Wells was up for
Did he
4 Grammys.
and nothing. Right?
He won 0.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of a shocker. I thought he would win at least one,
Yeah.
for something. But
New artist or
yeah,
songwriter.
no, he wasn't up for new artist, but I think he was up for Americana.
Yes. Yes.
Album and Americana hit, song.
sure.
A couple. That was a couple of them. And Bruno Mars, he did a opening performance. I thought he's
great.
he's really fun.
He's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
unbelievable.
Good dance.
He really is
music.
one of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, but some of those outfits those people were wearing, kind of eye-opening.
Are you going to talk about that right now? Really?
Oh, I was going to talk about Jamie Foxx. He had an outfit. He had a cowboy outfit.
Oh,
with a cowboy hat, great big cowboy hat with a flat brim, and
like Melania?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then there was Chapel Roan.
Yes, Chapel
She came
Roan.
in with an outfit that was different, very revealing, and the photographers went wild.
Yes.
Someone always does it.
It was,
Somebody's got to be outrageous, right? Every year,
and the
Gotta
dress.
push the limit.
The dress was held up by.
Well,
Go ahead.
lack
Explain-
of
explain
gravity.
that.
I don't know.
Lack of gravity.
Well, you remember Jennifer Lopez when she wore that really revealing outfit?
Sure.
Or maybe this is like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It was more than that.
It was more than that.
It was more revealing than that.
The
But
dress
hey,
was
you know,
held up
it's-
by some jewelry.
That's it. Good call there, Aaron.
The ring jewelry, right?
Okay, I think we should move on. Otherwise, we're going to get a phone call.
Look, I'm just going to say.
What are you,
that if
12 years old?
If you know what we're talking about, I thought it was a very imaginative design. I mean, thumbs up to the designer of that thing. Not that,
Okay.
people should be walking around in that kind of dress. All I'm saying is I would never have suggested it to anybody I was fitting a new dress on. So, So, I mean,
Well,
how do you
luckily
even
they were
how do you suggest something like that? By the way, I got this great idea with these rings.
Well,
doesn't
it's
make
just
any
a good
sense.
thing it was in Los Angeles and it's nice and warm there because it's
That's
otherwise.
what you're concerned with, right?
Well,
Did she get
a chill?
Yeah.
Could get bronchitis or pneumonia.
It would only lift the dress up, I think.
Okay.
So,
All right, let's try to move on.
look, I just think it's an interesting, adventurous design for a dress. I was
Okay.
very impressed.
Okay.
And by the way, I think we should bring this up too while we're talking about the hoity-toity, right?
All right.
The Kennedy Center closing for 2 years.
Yeah, this is. Gee, I wonder why. Because they can't get anybody to perform there. But
Pretty much.
Trump's saying he's going to remodel it. Right? They're going to completely remodel it.
Yeah.
That's why it's closing
That must
for
be
2
it.
years.
That's got to be it.
That way he
is
doesn't have to worry
unbelievable.
about people just not coming.
Well, he was getting a lot of press with everybody canceling. They were getting more press than he was.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Could we play this Kennedy Center cut that I have? It's cut 20. Cut 20
Okay.
for this month. All right.
Well, it looks like the White House is learning an incredibly painful lesson tonight that just because you can bully your way into things doesn't mean that everyone else on the playground is going to be forced to continue playing with you. I'm referring to the head in the Oval Office's sudden announcement tonight that the Kennedy Center will be closing for 2 full years, starting on July 4th, supposedly for renovations. Totally believable, not at all just a very obvious excuse to cover up for the fact that upon him taking over the Kennedy Center, attempting to rename it and make it all about himself, artists started canceling any performances there in droves, including most recently world-renowned composer Philip Glass. You know, the guy that's done about 100 different movies. This year is the 250th anniversary of our country. There is no world in which an art center like the Kennedy Center would have scheduled renovations that would take them out from participating in the massive celebrations that are going to be going on. This is just yet another example of conservatives having to learn the hard way. You can believe that might makes right, but that does not mean that the cool kids or the talented kids have to continue associating themselves with you. You are not a king. Artists are not court jesters. You do not get to force them to perform for you.
Who was it? Kendall Brown?
That's Kendall Brown. Yeah.
Okay.
She posts things an awful lot, and I thought it was a good commentary. If you noticed, of course, 2 years, right? It's the famous two thing.
Yeah, it's always 2.
2 weeks, 2 days,
couple
2
of
months.
months. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's
so
his
now
go-to.
it's 2 years.
Oh, by the way, we got a text here from Al in Madison. The person with the building on their
Yeah,
head
Jaden Smith. Yeah.
was Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
That was at the Grammys last night.
That tracks.
I must have missed that.
Did he? I wonder if he wore it all through the Grammys. I mean,
Well,
that
how'd you like to be
didn't look
sitting
real
behind
com-
him?
It did-
Could you please remove the house from the top of your head so we can see?
Yeah,
God.
that's very strange stuff. you
Very
know.
weird.
It wouldn't seem comfortable at all,
Right.
especially having drinks or something to eat. How would you get stuff through the door?
Well, now I want to. Yeah.
now you want to see it.
I
right?
do want to see it. Yeah. I'll have to
Yeah.
jump online here in a moment and take a look.
Got a call from my my mega friend in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah?
And he said, "Boy, I hate music now. I just hate." He did not like the Grammys at all.
Well,
Oh,
it's,
man.
it's all just a show. That's all it is anymore. The awards are sort of secondary. They just have
I mean,
one
Billie
performance
Eilish
after.
is just an incredible
She was
artist.
great.
And
she won a Grammy.
yeah, she did.
Last night, yeah.
She walked away. In fact,
She's incredible. Yeah.
that announcement is what got
Who?
Trevor Noah in trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
No kidding.
We'll get to that.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to check it with Mike Clemens. He's up in San Francisco getting ready for the big game coming up next weekend. It's all coming up on John and Gordy.
WMDX, where your neighbors argue politely.
Allure Intimate Apparel redefines what it means to feel confident, celebrating every woman, every shape, and every size. Their expert bra fit specialists offer a refined, pressure-free experience designed for comfort, beauty, and ease. Bra, sleepwear, swim, and lingerie, Allure has it all. With a personalized touch and a commitment to service, Allure helps you feel supported every single day. Visit Allure's new location in the Hilldale Shopping Center, where bra fittings are their focus. Visit AllureFits.com. That's AllureFits.com.
Hey there, it's Carrie Joy with your Work Money Minute. If you are working to get out of debt, a credit counselor might help. You can find a trustworthy one through the National Foundation for Credit Counseling. They're called the NFCC. They have certified nonprofit counselors in all 50 states. They usually start with a financial checkup about your income, your bills, your spending, your debt, and then they help you make a budget and a plan. Now, sometimes they might recommend a debt management plan, which helps you pay off what you owe. And most folks pay about $35 a month for debt management. You can search the Work Money website at workmoney.org, or you can go to the National Foundation for Credit Counseling website. You just want to make sure that whatever advice you take or whatever service you pay for, that it helps you pay off your debt in full with lower interest rates and reduced monthly payments. So if you're feeling stuck, you've got some options. A good, trustworthy credit counselor might help you find the path forward to keep you on track. To learn more about your money, visit workmoney.org. This is Carrie Joy saying, take good care.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio.
It's John and Gordy in the afternoon. Aaron Zommers at the controls. And it's about time that we start talking about the Super Bowl. Can we talk about the Super Bowl?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We've got the perfect person to talk about it with. Mike Clemens is with us. Good afternoon, Mike.
Hey, guys. Yeah, in San Francisco, game kicks off Sunday at 5:30 Wisconsin time, and I'm at the NFL headquarters where all the media is at doing live broadcasts, and it's pretty busy today. Usually it kind of starts picking up around Wednesday. San Francisco might have something to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking that's true. Yeah, it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
So, first of all, before we get to all the game talk and everything like that, happy birthday to you, Mike.
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate that. My birthday started off with, did you feel something? And then about an hour later, 4.0 on the Richter scale.
Really?
Here in the
Oh,
so
no.
yesterday we went out to the Golden Gate Bridge, and then there's a little like national park where you can go up there and take a picture of it. And one of the guys in our crew was saying, like, as we're driving through this Holland Tunnel like thing to get over that area, he's like, man, can you imagine being stuck in here in a traffic jam, and they have like, they shifted the plates a little bit. I said, well, shut up.
Oh, no.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And then 12 hours later, they got 4.0 out on the bay. So, that worked out nicely.
That was big.
And you felt it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that.
A little bit.
Yeah. So set the stage for us here. I know there are different things going on every day this week. So both the teams are already there, right? The Patriots and the Seahawks, they're in town. Huh?
Seahawks had a short flight from Seattle,
Yeah.
and the Patriots came in from New England. Patriots had a pep rally in Foxborough at the stadium. And Mike Vrabel, 1 year after struggling the last couple of years with the Titans, losing records, Derrick Henry moving on, the star running back to the Ravens, and the Titans fire him. and Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, hires him. And in 1 year, the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. And they've got this quarterback, this Drake May, in his second year that, I mean, he's throwing some passes that look like Brady. So somehow the Patriots are back in this thing. Their general manager, Elliot Wolf. Elliot is the son of Ron Wolf. And once upon a time, Bob McGinn, who covered the Packers for the Journal, said, I think this is the next GM in waiting because Ted Thompson's got him, as an assistant, like 14, 15-year-old guy. Like he was being groomed for the job. Right. But when Ted stepped down and Mark Murphy had to hire somebody, one of his coworkers, Brian Gutekunst, got the job instead. So Elliott had to go to the Browns, a couple of other stops. But now he's with a good organization with the Patriots. And in 2 years, he's got the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's good.
So now what I'm hearing is the Seahawks are favored to be winners on this. Is that the latest? And by how many points are they favored?
Yeah, I haven't seen that, and I don't get into that stuff till later in the week because I need to talk to these teams. But we're going to have access to these teams tonight, on what they call opening night. They'll have them on stage. It'll be broadcast on NFL Network. And then we get to talk to these guys Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sit down, literally have a cup of coffee with them and talk for 20 minutes or so to the coaches. Yeah. And we get the injury reports. So that stuff all factors in. Sure. But Sam Darnold, a little more experienced quarterback. They have a very good defense with Seattle against this, young, explosive Patriots team.
Okay. Well, Saturday Night Live had an interesting bit on their newscast where they had two come out, say a guy and a woman, and they're kind of rekindling their relationship, and they were referring basically to the Super Bowl. And apparently, these two teams have met long time before, right?
Well, they have. Yeah, they have. I mean, Seattle had a win in their hands, and a guy named Malcolm Butler, a rookie, intercepted a dumb call instead of giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Russell Wilson attempted a short little pass, and it got intercepted there at the goal line and saved the Seahawks from having the go-ahead score. Yeah. And Tom Brady and the Patriots upset and won that game. So that's the last time these teams met in the Super Bowl.
Talking with Mike Clemens here, covering the Super Bowl this coming Sunday. And so they have everything pretty well mapped out for the media there pretty much every day, don't they?
Yeah, and for security reasons, too. I mean, my gosh, it's like TSA times 10.
Really?
So, yeah, blockades, one-way streets shut down, and it gets worse as the week goes on. But, we've had attacks. It's a more dangerous world, so there's those kinds of things. And it's tighter. It's tougher and tougher to get in to this thing. I'm like on number 22 or 23, and that's probably why I still can get, credentialed for this thing. Plus, with all the stations that we have across the state has helped me out as well. But, yeah, you have a schedule of events to cover, and we'll go to various press conferences, meet with this, and then to put the stories out. And we're pretty much here to help the NFL see if they can break last year's record of viewership, like 100, more than Apollo 11 a couple of years ago. How about that?
Yeah.
When do the new Super Bowl commercials hit? I haven't seen any yet. Those come out in a couple of days.
I never get to see those things because I'm at the game. Nobody talks about them.
Right.
I'm at the game. But, they do have some publicity stuff like that. But, yeah, whatever. It should be a good game. Two younger teams, if you will. I think you've got the coaching experience on the Patriots side with Mike Vrabel, the former Patriots linebacker. But there'll be plenty of matchups to figure out this year. And I don't mind from a standpoint of, there's new faces in terms of the players in this thing to cover this week.
Well, very good, Mike. Well, thanks for checking in with us, and enjoy the rest of your birthday and the rest of this week. And can we talk to you next Monday after the game?
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll have little updates for you throughout the week.
Okay, that would be great.
Like where the good free food is for the media, those kinds of things.
Yes, please.
Right.
You have to tell us.
Well, don't overdo it, man.
Did security keep ice out? That's what I want to know. All right.
All right, Mike.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Gordy.
All right,
you
Mike.
take care now.
Thank
That's
you.
Mike Clemens, great sports guy, reporting there on behalf of Civic Media. We're coming back with more after this.
WMDX Madison, where democracy meets dairy.
This report brought to you by Downtrends Distilling, making fun-flavored spirits with local produce. Attend a tasting. Book today at downtrends.com.
On one of his most recent conference adventures, Ben Jarbo learned that honeyberries are an emerging specialty crop in the United States and offer Wisconsin growers a new way to diversify their operations and increase income. These brush fruits are similar in size to blueberries, but longer and more irregular in shape. They're surprisingly well suited to Wisconsin. Stefan Mirsky along with us to tell us exactly how the berries could be utilized in the Wisconsin climate.
Yeah, so honeyberries are a very new fruit in the United States. They were introduced in the 1990s from Russia and Japan, and they're very well adapted to the upper Midwest. They grow really well here. They're cold hardy. They're resilient to a lot of the climate swings that we've been seeing. And they just taste really good in a lot of different products. So they're really good fresh eating, and then also for value-added products like jams and juice and wine.
Stefan Mirsky, Emerging Crops Outreach Program Coordinator at UW-Madison Extension, says that honeyberries do not require acidic soils, and for that reason, they can grow in a wide range of Wisconsin soil types. Stick around, we've got more news headed your way right after this.
Did you know soybean diseases like white mold and sudden death syndrome can survive in your soil even after rotating crops? Prevention of these diseases is a constant battle, and yield loss from an infection can be devastating. The right management plan makes all the difference. Keep your beans safe this spring with Heads Up seed treatment. Heads Up guards your seed from both white mold and SDS. Stay protected and profitable by asking your seed dealer for Heads Up. Learn more at headsupst.com.
Disease hit hard this year, huh?
Yeah, Mother Nature threw the kitchen sink at us. Tar spots, southern rust, we had everything.
I didn't know if my fungicide would hold, but Miravis Neo really came through. Even with that dry spell, our yield monitor did not disappoint.
Seriously?
Yep, and with results like this, I'm sticking with it.
No matter what next season brings, protect your ROI with Miravis Neo. Call your retailer to lock in your supply today. Always read and follow label instructions.
Well, just this week, the Midwest Farm Report team found themselves at the 2026 Wisconsin Ag Outlook Forum, where farmers were looking at the third straight year of negative margins for staple crops like corn and soybean. Government aid is coming down the pipeline, but economists are critical that it is solely a temporary fix. For more details on the full ag economic landscape, be sure to visit MidwestFarmReport.com. This newscast is sponsored by Rural Mutual Insurance, Wisconsin only and Wisconsin strong. Find your local insurance agent at ruralmutual.com. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Kylie Allen.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza. Skip cooking. Get the hot, handcrafted pizza consistently rated Best of Madison, delivered straight to your door. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Any flurries ending. Partly sunny skies in mid-20s for the afternoon. A light northwest wind. Tonight, a little snow, then mostly cloudy skies and lows near 10 above. Clouds will clear out, though, late tonight. We'll see sunshine Tuesday. Right now, it's 25.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag, you're it.
Where working people come to talk. It's The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues American working families care about. No talking points, no focus groups. Get ready for a heavy dose of democracy, fairness, grit, and no apologies. It's current affairs from a working class labor perspective. Facts are center, science is real, and everyone gets a seat at the table. The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9.
Yes. Burton Cummings, Randy Bachman. Yeah.
I always
Guess
said
who?
Bachman. Is I always wrong with
It's
that?
Bachman, though.
It's Bachman.
That's the way he pronounces
All
it.
right. Randy Bachman.
I saw a great little documentary on him.
Yeah?
And,
They said it all the way through. The documentary is Bachman, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And, it's really quite a story for the Guess Who.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah. That's the way it should have been pronounced, but we all said Bachman Turner Overdrive. BTO.
BTO, yeah.
Rockin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a bunch of great songs, though.
Oh, I know.
I wonder if they're still being played any place.
Sure.
I don't
Classic rock.
I don't listen to that.
Okay. Phone lines are open if you
All
want to
right.
jump in. 855-752-4842. You can always get a hold of us on the Civic Media app, free to download and free to use. So what's happening in our world?
Well, I wanna
it's
tell
a
you.
crazy, mixed up, revolving globe.
I want to talk about. I showed you the picture of Noah Smith, Jaden Smith, rather, with the house on his head, on his
Yes.
shoulders. He had a house on his shoulders
From the Grammys last
Yes.
night. Yeah, lots of unusual outfits, and that was probably one of the more unusual outfits, right?
Yes. Not as good as the one we're thinking
Chapel
about.
Roan, yes.
Chapel Roan.
That's yeah.
All right, but here, this
Unusual.
was a comment made by Trevor Noah at the Grammys, and Trump reacted strongly, rejecting claims referenced by Trevor. The Mad King is protecting his image, I guess. I don't know. He's not open to criticism at all. So
He's very sensitive.
The man baby had a little tantrum about this and threatening
course he
lawsuits
did.
again. Off with their heads. Well, let's check out cut 21. This is the humor displayed by Trevor Noah that Trump objects to.
Okay.
Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, well, that's it for you.
Yeah,
Reminds me of Ricky Gervais.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ricky Gervais did similar things.
Yeah, I think it was the Oscars, and he was just like, what? I don't care.
Yeah, he let it rip. Yeah. Trevor Noah has done it for like 6 years, I think.
I think he
The
has
Grammys.
for a long period of time.
But this was his
yeah.
last year.
Yeah. Maybe he's tired of the music, too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
anyway, that's the joke. And again, Trump is threatening to sue him.
Really?
Yes.
Why? What's the basis of the lawsuit?
False and defamatory language. I don't know. Did anybody tell him he's a public figure and he's open for this kind of stuff and he can't sue anybody?
Well, but he can try. And he
Well,
will.
I don't know.
He's got a team of lawyers.
Yeah.
They might as well push out some more
That's
paper and
just-
send it to court.
That's just weird stuff.
Yeah, good luck with that lawsuit.
All right. Now, something that it really kind of bothers me a lot is the FCC. It is kind of it's sitting there. It's kind of calling balls and strikes. It's not taking a proactive approach to what's on the broadcast airwaves, and we're talking about airwaves,
Right.
the old media, right?
Mm-hmm.
The three networks and all of radio,
All the broadcasters.
yeah, all the broadcasters, right?
Right.
So anyway, Brendan Carr is taking a proactive approach, pushing conservatism, and this is recording a little while back when Senator Andy Kim had talked to Brendan Carr about who his allegiance is to, the Constitution or to Trump. Let's listen.
Is President Trump your boss? President Trump has designated me as chairman of the FCC. I think it comes as no surprise that I'm aligned with President Trump on policy. I think that's why he designated me as chairman. But ultimately,
Do you consider him your boss?
Ultimately, well, President Trump designated me as chairman. I can be fired by the president. The president,
So he's your boss.
Of course he is.
Look, the decisions of the commission are going to be based on a
You
vote.
swore an oath when you came into your job, right? Does the oath have the word president in it?
Senator, again, I'm not tracking this line. What I'm saying is every decision
Do you
we
remember
make,
the oath that you took?
Yeah,
You swear an oath to protect what?
Sir, every single decision
What
I
is
make
it that you're protecting?
in this job We're based on the facts,
Constitution of
law,
the
and
United
record.
States. Would it be appropriate for the president or senior administration officials to give you direction to pressure media companies?
Look, sir, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals. What I can tell you is
Well,
that
look, the
decisions
easy
by the
answer
commission
is no. Trump is not your boss.
So
the
then-
American people are your boss. I do not trust you that you can make these decisions with the independent mind that is needed. And with that, I'll yield back.
There you go. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty much mic drop. Mic drop.
Right.
Well, I found this out of the Hollywood Reporter. Carr threatened. Now we'll talk about this again.
Brendan Carr.
Brendan Carr threatened an equal time rule change.
Yes. Right? Yeah. He brought that up.
Which could force daytime talk shows like The View and late night talk shows like The Tonight Show or Colbert to think carefully before inviting on candidates for political office. Now, if you do something like that, it is pretty much a threat, right? That's what he's doing. Talk shows have qualified for an exemption as a bona fide news interview. They have an exception. They can have these guests on, but they don't have to have equal time in regards to these guests. They get an exemption. He is repealing the exemption.
That's what he's proposing?
That's what he wants to do.
Okay.
And by the way, just coincidentally, the 24/7 Trump networks, all of them are on cable. Fox News, Newsmax, One America, Now, I don't know. Real America's Voice, they're all on cable, not on the air. None of them are required to have equal time. Now, how odd is that?
Because they were cable.
What a coincidence.
Right.
Fox News, I mean, it's on cable.
Yeah.
Now, Democratic FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez asked whether the same rules would apply to talk radio shows, which tend to show more conservatives and skew more conservative, right?
Right.
Again, they're over the air, and they apply to the FCC, and they are part of the FCC rule and regulation universe. They are controlled by it. All right. So anyway, Carr said this. There was an irrelevant precedent that we saw that was being misconstrued on the radio side of all of this. Now, that's what I think most people would call a word salad. Doesn't really mean anything at all. We look, but radio's doing a pretty damn good job,
Yeah,
right. And Commissioner Ana Gomez reiterated that the rule change will necessarily have to apply to all talk radio as well, because they are over-the-air broadcasters. And once you change the rule on one side, it has to go to the other side. She wrote
By
this.
sides, you mean TV and radio.
TV and radio,
Right.
yes. And this is what she wrote.
Yeah.
We must keep in mind that the primary motivation for this action was to lend a hand to the political operation of this administration, not to help consumers. And I also want to note that what the administration is not focusing on, that these rules apply to all broadcasters, television and radio, and they must be applied evenly to the administration's friends and critics alike.
Okay.
Again, another mic drop. We have 2 this half hour.
Keeping track. Okay.
Yeah, so we're keeping track.
Okay. So is this in effect immediately, or is this something they're just kicking around the table here?
This is a threat.
This is a threat. Okay, so they're just floating this as a trial balloon.
The commissioners would all have to vote on this.
Of course. Okay.
And right now there is a majority of conservatives by one, but they have to vote on this. They have not done it. Carr came out with this simple threat, so everybody's just kind of aware that they got to kind of walk lightly in the area, and that's it.
All right.
So he doesn't really have to do anything. He doesn't have to go out there on a limb. He can just threaten people left and right, and everybody will live under the threat of equal time.
It's kind of a chilling effect.
A chilling effect, Gordy.
Let's go. Let's go to the phones.
Good one.
Jack from Merrimack is on the line. 855-752-4842. Jack, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, this again is more of an attempt to rewrite history, which when the communists and North Koreans and Chinese did it, they call it re-education. That's what the attempt is. But I don't really have a problem with equal time for conservatives on talk shows, and I don't think you guys do either. I think you've invited, probably plenty of them, and they've just decided there's no way to answer the questions that you'd have, so they don't come on. Yes. And that would be my hope, is if you get something like Jimmy Kimmel, and he has to have a conservative person on, I'd hope that people like that would give him the third degree and really say things like, what you just said is a lie. It is not fact. And if more of the legitimate, quote unquote, news sources had done that, I don't know if we'd be in the situation we're at. But that's an entirely different topic. No, anyway, thank you, guys.
Well, Jack, that's a really, really good point, because it works the other way around.
Right.
If they can go on these talk shows, and they know they can, will they go on those talk shows?
Will they do it?
Will they be open to the Kimmels and the Colbert questions? Right?
And if they refuse to go, or if they, they just don't go, then what? I mean, is it you can't have on another, somebody from the other side again? I mean,
that's
how do you govern this thing?
I would think that now the media outlets have to document them reaching out with certified mail to every candidate.
Apparently.
So that they can say, we told them they could come on.
Yeah, we asked them, we invited them. They couldn't do it. Yeah, maybe
so.
I don't know.
All it does is it creates a paper trail.
Right.
Just to cover their asses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the conservatives will never appear on any show that leans liberal whatsoever, because they'll be grilled. They won't be able to do it. They can't handle it. They can't take the questioning.
Right.
And, we invite people on this program all the time.
Yeah.
And we do want to ask those questions. But a lot of times, the conservatives don't feel comfortable answering the questions, because the public will obviously not agree with what they have to say.
And does it make a difference whether the person, is this mainly for political candidates? I mean, did they have?
No, it's just political candidates.
Political candidates. They have to be running for something.
Yes.
In order for this thing to kick in. Okay. We're coming back with more of your calls and texts. 855-752-4842. It's John and Gordy. Stay with us.
92.7 WMDX, Madison's real news and great conversation. And home for Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. Weekday evenings from 6 to 8.
Is it time to clean your air ducts? Call Zero Res Madison. Zero Res is NADCA certified and has a 4.9 Google rating. Zero Res, spell it forward or backward, it's the right way to clean. Call Zero Res Madison, 608-848-9000.
It's the Eco Minute, powered by Clean Wisconsin, your environmental voice since 1970. I'm Amy Barrio. Environmental groups across the state, including Clean Wisconsin, are calling for a pause in AI data center projects. The groups issued a joint statement calling on lawmakers to develop a strategic framework that will ensure Wisconsin communities are not harmed by the massive power and water-hungry facilities. That call includes no burning of fossil fuels to power AI data centers and no increases in energy bills. Wisconsin's landfills are filling up with food. That's according to a new study from the DNR. Wasted food and food scraps account for 20% of the trash sent to Wisconsin landfills. That's the largest single category. The agency is working to reduce per capita food waste disposal in landfills by 50% in the next 4 years. Right now on the Defender podcast, new hope that a bipartisan solution for state PFAS funding is at hand, and the industry group that could kill it. Listen at cleanwisconsin.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way.
freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
A fresh perspective on the great outdoors.
What's up, everybody? My name's Joel Clayfish, and this show is all about the great outdoors of the great Midwest. I have the joy of steering the ship across every lake in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, and Illinois. This is Raised in the Woods.
Raised in the Woods with Joel Clayfish and Ellie Lawton. Find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is Robert Pilot, host of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we talk about Native issues like treaties, protecting Mother Earth, and holding our elected officials accountable. You'll also hear from Turtle Island voices like Arvina Martin, State Representative Heather Keeler, Ruth Anna Buffalo, Dr. Anthony Stately, State Senator Mary Kunish, Robert Lilligren, and Bob Blake. Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
When a person calls 988, they're connected to a crisis counselor.
A caller can expect to talk about coping skills.
They can chat, they can text, and when they come out on the other side, they're feeling better.
Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
John and Gordy, and we're taking your calls today. We're taking a look at some of the hot news that came across the weekend. We'll be getting to a few big stories here. We'll also be getting to a little Saturday Night Live bit that I thought was just extraordinary.
Yeah, it's kind of a running gag now.
No, not that one.
Not that one?
Not that
one.
one.
Something
not the
else.
one about the Super Bowl and, you know, a couple rekindling their old relationship.
Their romance, yeah.
That was really good. I didn't think I'd enjoy that bit, but it was good.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's go to the phones.
Let's go to the phones.
Joanne is on the line from Madison. Good afternoon, Joanne. What's on your mind?
Great show. Just a quick comment. We've been calling those 6 million files the Epstein files. We should really call them the Trump Epstein files, because he wants to rename everything after himself, you know, like the Kennedy Center, the Trump Kennedy Center. We should be calling these files the Trump Epstein files, with an emphasis on Trump, because he's been in so many of them.
That's
a great
That
idea.
is beautiful. I
That
will
is-
try to remember that from now on.
Yes. Wow.
yeah.
And there's still like 3 million more files.
It's unbelievable.
That they haven't released.
And here's the
what could possibly be in those?
Here's the bad thing about the files being released. All these files coming out and all these pictures, right? I don't know what's real and what isn't as far as pictures are concerned. You know, you see the comments. It's, oh my gosh, this is outrageous. Look, 4 girls surrounding him on an airplane. And I'm thinking, is it real? I don't know anymore. So he's kind of getting off a little bit here.
Hard to know the context of them. Yeah.
Right, Joanne?
Joanne?
Well,
yep.
Okay. But anyway,
thanks for that call, Joanne.
I agree. It should be
Appreciate
the
it.
Trump Epstein.
The Trump Epstein files. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, there's enough stuff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, all the different stuff that's in those files. But, you know, when you think about what they haven't released, is it even worse? Can it get much worse than as far as the content?
I don't even. I don't think I have the number of
outrageous.
times that he was mentioned in this.
It's more than 1,000 times.
Yeah,
I think it's like 1,500.
Yeah, I think it's about
somewhere
1,500 times mentioned in the files, so apparently he had nothing to do with Epstein. Apparently, you know.
Yeah, don't believe the pictures and the videos that you've seen of them hanging out and having a good time at parties.
Yeah,
or the flight
believe
logs
any
where
of
he's
those
mentioned on there like 70+ times.
I mean, he had 4 young girls behind him on an airplane, and I thought, is this real or not? Now, all of these pictures have been released, a lot of them, and you don't know which ones are fake, deep fakes. But anyway, this is kind of fun. I mean, we know he's mad, he's insane, and he's in charge, and he's delusional too. Esquire's Michael Wolff supposedly has conspired with Epstein to harm Trump somehow. I am not kidding you. This is what he is alleging. You can tell this guy isn't well, right? Let's listen to cut 10.
Because it looked like this guy Wolf was a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, you know, the radical left. That Wolf, who's a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me, politically or otherwise. And that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that. And maybe the Epstein estate, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to certainly sue them.
We're going to sue everyone.
Well, you may, I guess so, because he was conspiring with Wolf to do harm to me politically. That's
wow. Yeah, it seems like, you know, he feels like he's the center of the universe and that everybody's talking about him, but not just talking about him. They want to get even with him.
Yeah.
They're conspiring against him. There is something wrong with this man.
Or they were looking for a payoff.
As far as conspiring against him to harm him, I think Obi-Wan Kenobi said it the best in Revenge of the Sith.
You have done that yourself.
Yes,
Right.
you have. Great
point.
Great clip.
I think we got time to take a call here.
right, let's
Mark
take
is
Mark.
on the line from Prairie to Sac. Hey, Mark, go ahead.
It just is deeply disturbing that there's a lot of these people that would actually still support Trump even if it was proven all those allegations against him were true.
Right.
I think someone would even forgive him murdering these little girls. I think that because he's their Lord and chief, and that the Supreme Court would probably redeclare droit de seigneur as the right of the Lord. That if you're rich and powerful, you should have these rights to commit this kind of activity. I mean, it is just deeply disturbing that, and the way they're releasing these things, they're not protecting the victims here. I mean, the incompetence of the information they released. They did not protect the victims. They've been protecting all the rich and powerful, and the rich and powerful's men, they should be hung out to dry.
Yeah.
I mean, that if they're doing this stuff, hang them out to dry. I mean, it is just disgusting that these guys get away with this stuff because they've been getting away with this stuff for decades.
Yeah,
and
at least 20 years or so. I mean, or longer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
That's true, and a lot of these women as victims came out and said that they are just protecting the wealthy and the elite.
Yes.
And not them. They were
Super
promised to be protected, and they aren't being protected at all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. We've got news straight ahead, also a weather and sports update. We'll take more of your calls. You can jump in on the line here, 855-752-4842, or text us on the Civic Media app. Coming back with more of John and Gordy after this.
Honey, you can't hide your lying eyes.
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News on
I'm Michelle Franzen. Attorneys for 200 victims of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein now urging 2 federal judges to order the immediate takedown of the Justice Department's Epstein Files website. ABC's Jay O'Brien has details.
The lawyers have said that over the last 48 hours, they have reported, in their words, quote, thousands of redaction failures on behalf of nearly 100 individual survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the DOJ has said this was a weeks-long, months-long process of combing through these documents to try to redact them appropriately. These lawyers today saying that that was not done.
In Minnesota today, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner listing the shooting death of VA nurse Alex Preddy by federal agents as a homicide, showing he'd had multiple gunshot wounds. A frantic search is underway in Arizona following the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today anchor Savannah Guthrie. She disappeared from her home Saturday night. Police say the 84-year-old's home is considered a crime scene. This is ABC News.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build, a full-service residential remodeler providing thoughtful, sustainable, and well-built spaces since 1992. chadsdesignbuild.com.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. UW-Madison will be demolishing a small building to make more space for staff parking. Last week, the Board of Regents approved a plan to tear down 1800 University Avenue. It had been home to multiple departments over the years, including poultry, entomology, computer science, and it was the Sea Grant Institute, according to the State Journal. It's been empty for years, and paperwork shows it doesn't have the necessary protections from the Americans with Disabilities Act. They'll turn it into faculty parking and green space. And one of Madison's busiest food pantries is only getting busier, and now they're back open at their new location. The River served more than 21,000 people last year. That's a 13% increase from the year before. Altogether, they had more than 400,000 people visit. That includes the people who came more than once. And they desperately needed more space. They just moved across the street on Packers Avenue. They've now got 33,000 square feet. That's triple what they had at the previous location. They also have a huge all-electric commercial kitchen. The new space cost $10.7 million, but the nonprofit moved into it debt-free. While Friday was their first official day operating from the new spot on Packers Avenue, they're planning an official grand opening celebration in June. And we know of more additions to the lineup at the Madison Public Market. Last week, we told you about the first 7 tenants. Well, now 2 more have been announced. Melly Mel's is known for soul food. They'll have a space in the market. So will Madison's own chocolate shop, famed for its ice cream. The long-awaited Madison Public Market has been in the works for years. Some have been waiting decades for something like this. It'll be on 1st Street and is set for a soft opening next month. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
The Bucks come up short again. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks losing to the Celtics in Boston, 107-79. That's the lowest amount of points the Bucks have scored in a game so far this season. Add to that more questions about whether Giannis will be traded. Head coach Doc Rivers asked live on ESPN if he had any opinion on the report.
No, I don't have one right now other than Giannis has said everything that we need to hear, that he wants to be a Buck, he loves the city, and that's all I can go by as a coach right now. Has it been difficult? Yeah, your players every day have to hear stuff every single day about not just their best player, but they're thrown in the mix as well. My favorite day of the year this year will be the day after the trade deadline. That'll be my favorite day.
The trade deadline this Thursday afternoon. NFL, Mike LaFleur, the new head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. LaFleur is the younger brother of Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. With Sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
This report brought to you by Serenity Pet Spa, with award-winning dog grooming where every pup is treated with love, care, and patience. 3 locations around Madison. SerenityPetSpaMadison.com.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Any flurries ending. Partly sunny skies in mid-20s for the afternoon. A light northwest wind. Tonight, a little snow, then mostly cloudy skies and lows near 10 above. Clouds will clear out, though, late tonight. We'll see sunshine Tuesday. Right now, it's 25.
Civic Media Mornings.
It's hard to imagine any future administration just openly defying the law in this way.
Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is with us.
The Trump administration can't just break the law, ignore the law, and cancel things unilaterally. It's got to follow the process that's in place for all lawmaking in the country. If the administration continues attacking people's rights, attacking the law, or ignoring the law in a way that harms Wisconsinites, we're prepared to act.
Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan on your local Civic Media station. Weekdays 6 to 8.
Would you like to contact Congress and let them know your views about issues that are important to you? Leave a message for your U.S. representative or your senator by calling the Capitol Switchboard at 202-224-3121. Phone lines are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Standard phone rates may apply. To send an email, go to senate.gov or house.gov for more information. A public service message from the Civic Media Radio Network.
Finding support for my
Backman Turner Overdrive.
It's hard to say it that way.
Stunner. What'd she say? Now, tell me the story why he stuttered in that.
Well, the story I heard, I was just going to bring that up. The story I heard was that they opened for The Who. And, you know, The Who have a song like that, My Generation, talking about my generation.
That's right. They do it there, yeah.
And so, you know, after they went on tour with The Who, they thought they'd rip that off a little bit and made up their own song where there's some stuttering going on.
Is that what you heard them say? Is that the story they told on the documentary you watched?
That is not the story that Randy Bachman tells in that documentary I saw.
Because he wanted to kind of fill in the spaces, right, where they would put lyrics or expand. It was kind of a new song, and he just kind of filled in by stuttering the words, right?
Well, now I'm going to have to watch it all over again. I don't remember what he said.
Did I just wreck it? I just blew your memory of it somehow. I replaced it. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You know, you can't do
I'll
that.
watch it again. I'll take better notes this time.
Well,
of course, we can probably do an internet search and get just as much useful information.
if I had my AI glasses on, we would be ahead
Why
of the
aren't you
pack
wearing
here.
them anymore? Have you sent them back?
No,
Are you giving up?
I'm getting used to them at home now.
Have you gone a little further into?
You know what the holdup is here?
What?
You have to attach it, not attach it, but you have to work with it via the app on your phone.
Okay.
And that means I have to open up the phone, the app, watch what it does on the phone in order to get some of the answers that are required.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, I'm just working this deal. Okay.
So,
I'll have it pretty soon.
Well, clear up one thing. So you say you have to open up the app on your phone. You won't have to do that in the future. This is just to set it up?
No, I've already got it set up.
Okay.
You can see it keeps track of what you're saying, what is in the AI. It's there in the app.
Okay.
And I can read it there if I wanted to, but I could also read it in the lens, as you know we have done before.
Right.
But if it hears you ask another question, it'll answer that and get rid of the actual answer that we're looking for in the first place.
You must have complete silence around you when you ask it a question.
I don't know if that's a good thing on the radio or not. I'm just thinking. Maybe this was a big mistake.
I don't know. Now, have you heard about this AI that's AGI, generative AI applications?
I don't know. I thought that's what Genesis is.
I don't
or
know.
artificial general intelligence.
Yeah. That's what it is.
What is it?
Artificial general intelligence.
So basically, the AI that most of us use right now, large language models, is more digging through large amounts of data quickly and regurgitating stuff that matches.
Right.
Okay.
AGI, artificial general intelligence, is the concept of mimicking a human thought process and eventually being smarter than a person. So it would be, hey, figure this out for me. And it would be able to do it and confirm that it is correct, as opposed to just telling you what other people have said.
So that's the next level.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Yikes.
Okay.
Pretty sure it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's get to this story right here before we
Okay.
go to Troy. Okay, I want to get to this because this is right up our alley here.
Okay.
This was on 60 Minutes. It's an AI black box. I thought let's just play the cut. This is cut 5.
Okay.
AI systems are teaching themselves skills that they weren't expected to have. How this happens is not well understood.
Yeah.
For example, one Google AI program adapted on its own after it was prompted in the language of Bangladesh, which it was not trained to know.
We discovered that with very few amounts of prompting in Bengali, it can now translate all of Bengali. So now all of a sudden, we now have a research effort where we're now trying to get to 1,000 languages.
There is an aspect of this which we call, all of us in the field call it as a black box. You don't fully understand. And you can't quite tell why it said this or why it got wrong. We have some ideas, and our ability to understand this gets better over time. But that's where the state of the art is.
You don't fully understand how it works, and yet you've turned it loose on society?
Let me put it this way. I don't think we fully understand how a human mind works either.
So we had just we turned human minds out to the public, and I don't know, man.
Okay. We got to... Okay.
Scott Pelley seemed like he was starting to panic. He was ready to run from the room.
You don't fully understand it? Okay. Well, that's a little scary.
Anything that's called a black box, you got to scare the daylights out of you.
Right. That is, mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. Let's go to Troy now in Mount Horeb.
Hey, Troy.
Okay. First of all, I've never heard it said Bachman. I've always heard it say Bachman.
I know.
So.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that, except that he he pronounces it Bachman for himself.
Okay, well, that's the first time. But maybe it's like the Appice brothers.
Oh, yeah. Carmen Appice.
The drummers.
Yes, Carmen.
Yeah, one of them calls it Appice and one of them calls it Appice, something like that.
Right. Right.
Oh, no.
Fabulous drummer.
Which fits with me because my name's Flume. My last name's Flume.
Right.
And my grandpa always pronounced it Flume because that's a correct German. And my dad pronounces it Flum. So
wow.
Okay.
And my ex-wife always pronounced it Flum too, so that's why she's the ex.
I was going to say, that must be why it didn't work out.
Yeah. And she didn't say the P either. Damn it.
Okay.
The P is silent like in swimming.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's all I got today.
I get that, Troy.
Troy's got his own show going on there. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate that call. 855-752-4842. Give us a call.
Well, let's get to this is a fairly entertaining bit from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought, if we could just this is a situation where, it's the baby boom adults, the parents.
Yeah.
They're into Trump. They really like Trump. The kids are over with their loved ones, their wives and
right. They're visiting
and husbands.
Yeah.
So anyway, the mom decides to make this announcement to the kids.
It's a big announcement.
Big announcement.
Yeah. She's having trouble getting to the announcement, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
something she wants to share.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And in the end, near the end, they are silent. They are not supposed to react to what she's saying. But there's pictures of them just going cringing and all that. Let's listen to this thing. This is great stuff.
Okay.
What I have to tell you
is I may have changed my mind about Trump.
What do you want? Do you want this to be real or not?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel now like he might be bad for our country.
Oh, yeah, you got it! What'd I say?
I'm sorry, Mom. You've got to be joking.
We've been saying this since 2016. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late to the perfect party. Do you guys want this to be real or not?
Yes, absolutely.
To be real. Then give me grace. I feel like maybe some of the things he says aren't true.
Oh, fine, I'm going back. Bye, I take it back.
Mom, come on, don't do that. Guys, come on. Can't you see this is hard for your mother?
Okay, Mom, we're sorry. We'll be quiet. Just say what you need to say. Fine. But I swear to God, if I hear a single "I told you so," I will go see the Melania movie tonight. You hear me?
Okay, stop.
Serious this time, really. The things that are happening, no one could have seen coming. I feel like the way they talk about guns is different for different people. They made me feel worried about trans people. But now I'm realizing I don't really get what the problem is. I'm starting to wonder if drag queens are actually hilarious.
Enough. Leave your mother alone. Her laptop is old. She gets a different internet than you.
That's not how that works. That is how that works. And this is vulnerable for me, okay? You should understand. What did I say when you came out?
You said, is it possible you just like hats?
Still waiting on the answer, babe.
Okay, there you go. Good stuff.
That's Ashley Padilla.
The timing
she's
is
amazing.
ideal. She is a fantastic. She's a star rising.
Yeah, she's the big new star on SNL.
Yeah,
at least this season. Yeah, very funny
but
stuff.
good stuff. And my mega friend in Milwaukee reacted to that. I sent him
Did he?
the clip.
Did he like it?
He said it was funny, but he still believes in Trump.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right. There's no way of convincing them otherwise. We'd like them to fall on board, because it's simple to be, nice to people.
Well,
right.
I think with the release of, every time we get another batch of Epstein files, there's a few more Republicans that are just
that's
seem
true.
to be coming around a little bit more, but it takes time. Apparently,
it does take time, but they were so against pedophiles. Creating scenarios where there's child trafficking. They're always concerned about protecting children, and yet this is it's the most incredible example of what they're talking about, and it is their guy in the White House involved with the most profound pedophile we've ever talked about.
Right. And that's the international sex ring that's been going on for decades.
Yes.
Apparently. And now maybe the KGB is bankrolled Epstein. I mean, it just has so many tentacles to this thing. We thought Watergate was big and complicated. And, it took Woodward and Bernstein a couple of years to track it all down. And of course, that was well before the internet and all of that. But
Trump has a weekly Watergate.
It's almost daily. Yeah.
But it really is amazing, and they're finding out that maybe Russia did have a hand
Yes.
In the elections.
Right. 2016.
Because, yes, it's all in the Epstein files now.
Russia. Yeah. Okay. 19 past the hour. A little short break here, but we're coming back with much more of John and Gordy. Stay right where you are.
Taking care of business. Taking care of business. We've been taking care of business.
Strong Coffee, WMDX Madison.
This is Chad Spate for Chad's Design Build. We're proud to employ some of the best carpenters and remodeling professionals in our industry. Are you honest and hardworking? Do you love to improve people's lives by improving their homes? Chad's Design Build offers excellent compensation and benefits focused on outstanding customer service, professional design, construction management, and craftsmanship, all in a nurturing, positive workplace. Whether you're thinking about remodeling your home or considering joining our team, go to chadsdesignbuild.com to learn more.
Choosing a florist for Valentine's Day? For the best and freshest flowers in Waterloo, Lake Mills, Marshall, Deerfield, and surrounding areas, Waterloo Blooms has exactly what you're looking for. Call 920-478-8600 or stop by today.
Listen to the Civic Media exclusive podcast, Busted Pencils.
Time to get your learning on. There's no shortage of things to be learning about. What's going across all of the cities right now with ICE protests or people in support of immigration enforcement. The push for public school reform, here's an opportunity to craft a very pro-public school, democracy matters platform.
Subscribe to Busted Pencils wherever you listen to podcasts.
I'm Rick Smith, host of The Rick Smith Show. If you're looking for honest talk, real stories, and straight-up news that matters to you, tune in to The Rick Smith Show. We're digging into the issues that affect your job, your family, your future. Join me weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network, because your voice deserves to be heard. That's The Rick Smith Show, heard weeknights at 9 right here on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer.
I think, the funny part of this whole bit is that when she's leading up to her answer, the thing she's going to say,
right.
It's
like she's making a special announcement that she wants everybody to know.
But it's just so funny without even saying what she's going to say. Right. Anyway, I just love it. Let's go to the phones here. We have Gary on the line from Sussex. Gary?
Hey, Gary.
Hey, hi, guys. I grew up and I was a Democrat all my life. And I voted for Jimmy Carter. Okay. He was the first guy I voted for. I'm 74 now.
Okay.
I voted for Ronald Reagan for the first time, and I thought, he's got it all together, an old Democrat, now a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, this is good. Since then, I've never voted Democrat again. Now, the skit that you just played, I didn't happen to see that. I usually do watch Saturday Night Live, but I fell asleep. So I when I listened to it, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I can laugh at it. I don't care how much fun they make. Republicans can actually take jokes. I mean, we are absolutely funny people, and we can laugh because we don't take it as serious as Democrats. You know, like this morning, I ended up talking to one of my customers, and I never talk to them very often about politics.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a nice discussion about Tom Homan and, you know, Biden and Trump and all that sort of stuff. And she's from Lithuania, part of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And she's not a citizen here yet, but she hates Trump. And I told her, I love Trump. I'm a MAGA. I'm proud of it, you know. But we had a really nice discussion, and it was so nice. And it's very rare that I can actually talk to a Democrat without them getting mad. You guys are fine. All the other guys are on the radio station are great. I do listen to both sides. I listen to Fox. I listen to MS Now. I listen to CNN, Newsmax, and all those other stations, or News Nation. And I hear both sides. If I only listened to the left, I guarantee you I'd be a Democrat. I really would, because they would, you know, have everybody convinced that, you know, the Republicans are nuts. But since I listen to both sides, and I really encourage your listeners and you guys to listen to both sides so you can hear both sides and make up your own mind, because they show things that cannot be fake that you guys never saw on the Democrat side, especially with Joe Biden, all his, you know, messed up, you know, senility that he had and everything else. And I like Biden. Never hated him or any of that stuff.
Sure, that sounds reasonable.
Nice old guy, you know.
Well,
But,
I got to tell you, Gary, that doing prep for this show, I go through a heck of a lot of what's going on your side of the aisle. So
Same here. I watch Fox News occasionally.
We absolutely both
News
go,
Nation, and
we search everything out.
We bring
a lot of material to this program.
Yeah, we try to see what every side is representing,
and then we twist it into something left wing.
That's our usual plan.
Yeah, you know, you guys have a right. This is your radio station, and you guys have a right to do whatever you want. I mean, if I come on your show and I don't sit there and bow to anybody. I tell you how I feel. And people, when I first started calling up probably 10 years ago, I got such hate. Dom and Mike Crute, those guys, they felt like they had to protect me. And one day, one guy called up and said, if you keep that Gary from Sussex on the air anymore, I'm going to stop listening. And you know what Mike said? He said, he's good for radio. He has caused more people to call up. And we kind of like him. And you know what? He even said, I didn't even know what was going on. He says, we're going out to dinner with Gary. And then I called up and I said, we are? And he said, yeah, where do you want to go? So we talked off air, and we've gone out to eat a couple times. I've gone to the ball game with them. They called me up and invited me to the ball game, to the Brewer games and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I
we
think,
all got along.
I think Crute was in Milwaukee for a long period of time, so he had a chance to see out there in Sussex. But, Madison's a little bit further away. So I go up. We love talking to you. We like getting your opinion on
we
things.
like it when you call.
CJ is the Darth Vader of this station, but yet we get so many people referring to CJ all the time in their comments and on texts. So, but we like having a conversation, and that's what we like about you, Gary.
Yeah. So call us again. All right, Gary.
Thank you.
All right,
Gary.
We'll go out to lunch sometime, Gary.
Yeah. Let's see.
John Gordy, by the
way. We got a minute and a half here. Let's go to Charles and see if we can squeeze in another call here.
All right, Charles, what do you got?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. The difference with Fox Entertainment, though, is that they don't report on the negative things about Donald Trump. Like, I guarantee you, they said they don't report about the Epstein files. I mean, what I heard on the Stephanie Miller show this morning about what's in the last dump of emails.
Yes.
Or the, I mean, that should have been talked about all day today on the news.
It should be.
Station.
Yeah.
There should be no way that stuff is out there, and what these rich men did to young girls, and that not be the talk of the day. I don't understand it. Yeah,
Right.
Fox may report on things, but they're never going to report on the bad things.
That's right.
Well, that story is not going away anytime soon, so
I think
there'll
you
be
nailed
more
it,
and more
Charles.
on it.
Yeah, they don't take a look at the bad side of what's going on in the trumpet industry.
Right. We'll get to more of your calls here after a break for the Midwest Farm Report. Coming back with more of John and Gordy.
92.7 WMDX, because you can't solve everything with yoga.
This report brought to you by Downdren's Distilling, a destination craft distillery focused on creating unique spirits. Online at downdrens.com or visit the tasting room in Cottage Grove.
FFA is seeing a lot of growth in membership and opportunities across the U.S., and the same is true right here in Wisconsin. While expansion is exciting, we always need more ag educators. Max Litke is the Section 10 State Vice President. He tells me about the positions that are open and the needs of Wisconsin right now.
While numbers might look good with no necessarily open job postings at the moment, that's going to change with all the new middle school chapters being chartered, all the new high school chapters being chartered, and schools are really starting to expand. The agriculture education programs in schools are becoming more diverse, teaching more than just agri-science, but also teaching stuff like food science, and people are even teaching wildlife, DNR certifications. So the class selection is growing, and so are the students in the agriculture education programs. So some schools have up to 4 to 5 different agriculture educators. So the positions are growing, and there's always going to be a spot for agriculture educators.
Max Litke, Section 10 State Vice President. For more information about Wisconsin FFA, visit wisconsinaged.org. Stick around. We'll have a look at the closing markets right after this.
Welcome back as we check in with Dairy Checkoff. Carolyn Alstein is our guest from Alstein Farms in Leno, Wisconsin. She's also the District 2 Director on the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin Board, ensuring checkoff dollars are working for Wisconsin dairy farmers. One of the success stories so far has been the Born to Dairy campaign, inviting one and all to get to know the people behind their favorite dairy foods.
They are now going to be releasing 24 new Born to Dairy personas, and I think that those are going to reach even more. I mean, with the 6 alone, they reach more than 2 million views, thousands of comments and shares, and so much positive feedback and people tagging each other back and forth. So I really think with these new 24 personas, this will really lean into a lot of diversity and pride in a way that's fun and unmistakably Wisconsin.
Carolyn Alstein is the inspiration behind one of the new personas, the Churned and Burned Farm Fit Farmer. Check it out at borntodairy.com.
On the close today from Chicago, grain markets closed down while dairy is moving up. Cash corn closed down 2.5 at $2.28 1/4. New crop corn closed down 3 cents at $4.56. New crop soybeans closed down 8 cents at $10.64 1/4. New crop beans closed down 10 cents at $10.79 3/4. Cash wheat closed down 3.5 at $5.38. New crop wheat closed down 5 cents at $5.55 3/4. Taking a look at those dairy markets, February Class 3 milk contracts closed up 12 cents at $15.46. March Class 3 milk closed up 66 cents at $16.56. 40-pound block cheese closed down 1 1/4 at $1.36 1/4. Double A butter closed up 9.5 cents at $1.58. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Kylie Allen.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza, your catering expert. Host your party in their gorgeous Sun Prairie location or a venue of your choice. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Any flurries ending. Partly sunny skies in mid-20s for the afternoon. A light northwest wind. Tonight, a little snow, then mostly cloudy skies and lows near 10 above. Clouds will clear out, though, late tonight. We'll see sunshine Tuesday. Right now, it's 25.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
Is there an issue that's important to you? Would you like the President of the United States to know how you feel? why not call the White House comment line? The number is 202-456-1111. The White House comment line is open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Standard phone rates may apply. You may also send an e-message to the president at whitehouse.gov/contact.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in. Keep trucking, like the Doodah Man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep trucking.
John Peterson, Gordy Young.
We're trucking along.
Yeah, we're trucking.
Yeah.
You know, in the old days, I always wanted one of those big vans.
Yeah.
Not with the windows, just a big van, and I wanted to fix up the inside.
Like a step van? Like one of those?
Yeah, like a step van.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they had in those days,
Yeah,
right? And they
yeah.
had all the great paintings on the outside of the van.
Right.
Or
you'd buy an old school bus.
a school bus.
I
That's what
knew
was
where
gonna
you were
say.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you paint that all psychedelic up and
Yeah.
hit the road. Just
Yeah.
let's go
Just
somewhere.
like the Partridge Family.
Yeah, just like that.
So, now these are smaller school buses.
Right. Yeah, usually the older, smaller ones.
And some people, they couldn't get that far, into the money, so they would probably try to get an old mail truck.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a beat up piece of junk. Yeah.
For my sister's wedding, we had a party bus to bring the bridal party.
Yeah.
And it was a school bus that somebody had spray painted matte black. And he was like sitting outside touching up the paint before we got in. I'm like, oh no, this is bad.
Don't lean up against the bus.
It was very funny.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Did anybody rub up against it accidentally?
Thankfully not.
Okay, good.
It also had a bed in the back of the bus for activities.
Oh,
okay.
As we were explicitly informed, that's what it was for.
Okay.
Gee.
Wow.
Well, that's a party.
Okay. Well, that's. We'll have to hear more of that story.
Normally, they don't come right out and say it or provide a bed, but okay, I'm there. Let's go to Caroline right now in Heartland.
Hey, Carolyn.
Well, hello there.
Yes.
Gary always makes me think of two letters of the alphabet B and S. But
Okay.
I just wanted to say I don't think there are both sides anymore. You're either a traitor to your country or you're not. And, I could go on and on because we all know. But I just had to say that Gary was right about something. He makes people call up. So there you go.
There you go.
I did
You
it.
called. You fell for it.
All right.
All
Carolyn.
right. Yeah, Carolyn, thank you. The way we see it sometimes, we see, the obvious truth in whatever we're investigating.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always somebody there to say that's not the way it really is. You're taking it out of context. You can't really do that. You can't say that. But I don't know. I just think sometimes, but it's good to have different opinions on the program. We always hope to have somebody a little bit different on the program.
Well, yeah, and there's so many big issues that we cover the Epstein files and of course everything that's going on in Minneapolis, and there are a lot of stories that we just don't get to. There's a lot of news going on that we just can't even touch because we don't have that much time to.
Exactly.
There's so many huge stories that we're trying to follow. And that fire hose of news from the Trump administration.
That's right.
Every day they try to put out 2 or 3 things that are outrageous. I mean, over the weekend, Trump was talking about, we should maybe take Cuba. Let's just go take Cuba.
Exactly, right.
Just throw that out there.
The Pope tweeted about that.
Did he really? See, and that's a story suddenly. I mean, it throws out all kinds of stuff every day.
Just like Carolyn had to call.
Yeah.
The Trump chimed in. I mean, the Pope chimed in as well after Trump said that thing about Cuba.
Right.
So, I'll get my head in the right
Well,
place.
no, and there were a couple other things that happened over the weekend that,
Just a few things. I know that we mentioned Russia in all of this, and Steve went a little bit further with it. He said, now we know that the Epstein was tied to the KGB. He and Trump laundered money for them through the Russian oligarch money.
Right.
Now, we kind of knew, we've always known that. That's what Trump did in New York.
Right.
That's what he did with his buildings.
Yes, the
His
Trump Tower.
properties,
Trump
his
Tower.
properties.
He sold a number of the condos to Russian oligarchs.
Yep. And Putin has dirt on Trump. That's why he is trying to weaken NATO. And he hasn't come to any kind of solution to the Ukraine.
And that's from
Russian
Steve.
war.
Steve in Milwaukee sent
Steve.
that comment in. Let's go back to the phones.
All right.
To Middleton and Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks
Hanging in
for what you do. I just had to call in to second what the last caller said. What's happening with Trump and the fascism? It's not a two sides issue anymore. It's a moral issue.
Yeah.
And someone who changes from Democrat to Republican, there's something wrong with you if that's what happened to you, because you obviously never understood the parties. You never understood the philosophies, the ideologies of the parties. Maybe you suddenly became concerned about your paycheck and your taxes and you just wanted to support rich people. Like, I don't know why or how someone switches like that. I'm sure he's a nice guy. People can be nice, but you can be nice and also be supporting evil. And that is what you're doing as a triple Trumper. You are willfully ignoring the evils of this man, of the party, and they are not even conservative. They are fascist, they are authoritarian, and they want power, and that is it. Power, power, power. So excuse me if I don't listen to this BS from people who try to play nice and, oh, I'm just a nice conservative. No, you're not. You're a fascist. You're supporting the end of the country as we've known it. So, yeah, save me the pleasantries. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Matt.
Matt, thank you for telling us what you think.
Mm-hmm. And we've got a couple of more calls lined up. Also, some texts coming in.
I've announced here I was the first person in the country to announce that Trump was a dictator. All right?
That was,
and I'm sticking with it.
That was like a year and a half ago. Shall we go back to the phones? We have, is it Keto on the line from Madison? Go ahead.
I love your show.
Oh, thank you.
I want Gary on our side.
Yeah.
If ICE invades.
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
But I sure hope it happens.
Yeah, you know, that you brought up a good question. I wanted to bring up a question about ICE and ICE apprehending American citizens and brutally at the same time. I would like to know what he thinks of that. You know?
Yeah.
And I come up with all the right questions at the wrong time.
Well, maybe Gary will call back.
Yeah.
But same thing with me. I wanted to find out what he thinks about the Epstein files. Has that changed his mind about what kind of guy Donald Trump is?
Or causes him to waffle just a little bit.
Right.
Right.
Anyway.
All right, let's go to Todd or Billy. Welcome to the program.
Hey, go ahead, Todd or
Hello.
Billy.
Hello. I just wanted to comment on just that I think that protesting right now, being out on the street, is really important, and I want to just say that from the perspective of, I think I'm somebody who usually kind of feels like, oh gosh, isn't there something better, more impactful than I can do than go and stand around with a sign? What about writing letters and emails and for certain voting?
I'm with you.
Those
I'm
sorts
with
of
you on
things.
that. Yeah.
Usually, I kind of feel like protesting is not a great use of our time, but right now, I think that it is. What do I want to say? The thing that's going to just bring us over the top, and I think it's so important. And if you haven't been going, if you don't think it's kind of worthwhile, I just feel like now is the moment. As much as we can, please just be out in the street, be another number when they're counting out all the people who have been out protesting, because that's what's going to make the difference now, I think.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. That's well said. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Todd or Billy. Let's see. We got a note here from Chris who says, I'm so tired of this both sides stuff. Most people agree on more things than they disagree on. There aren't they're not two-sided. We're all Americans, and we all want good things for our country. Yeah, I mean, we do forget a lot of that. There are a lot of things that we all, tend to agree on, but we just haven't had time to focus on many of those as we go through all the things that we're going through right now with Minneapolis and the Epstein files and, everything else.
Well, we've had this discussion about which is the best way to protest.
Yeah.
I had this with Matt Rothschild when he filled in.
Yeah.
And we had the discussion because I always felt like, why get out there? There's got to be a better way to do this. I mean, look, the right wing doesn't go out and protest. They rarely get out at all, except for the rallies. But they don't protest in the street. How do you get a better protest going? And remember, in Europe, they do economic protests.
Right.
Where they stop everything. They don't shop. They don't do anything for a week or two, something like that. Yeah. They shut down the economy.
Right.
And that's how they get done whatever they want to get done. And I'm thinking, gee, that seems to be such a great plan. But
I think that's hard to organize in the U.S. for some reason. I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't know how you get everybody on board with that.
Yeah.
For the same day or the same time. Okay, let's go back to the phones. Dolores on the phone from Madison. Good afternoon, Dolores.
Good afternoon, guys. I just wanted to mention, and I think you cannot touch on that. Money is a big thing. Money moves everything. And maybe if we can, I know the general strikes, they're good, but one day is not going to change anything. I think we have to do it over time.
Yeah.
If everyone stops spending money, the economy will slow down, and maybe we can do things like that. Right now, I really need a new car. My car has over 220,000 miles, and I really wanted to get a new car, but now I'm just thinking I'm not going to spend any money, unless I really need to. I stop buying things like, buying food. I go to, fast food restaurants or restaurants, things like that.
Right.
I stop buying Target, Walmart, all those companies. They have, they usually give big donations to the GOP. So if everybody, I'm not saying stop buying, but if we buy 50% less, or more than that, I think that we can make a difference because that's the greedy of this country, money.
Dolores, they're already kind of doing that. I read a story about Home Depot. People aren't making the home improvements because of the economy. They're not quite sure which way things are going to go.
Yeah.
They're afraid to spend money on improving their homes. So they're suffering a little bit, which is good because they're conservative. But other than that, we're slowing down when it comes to spending money in this country, and that was the part that I was really afraid of with this new plan that Trump has put in place with tariffs. It's taking money away from the economy, the higher premiums we have to pay for health care, taking money away from the economy. It can't be good. None of this can be good in combination.
Dolores, thanks for that call.
Well, I'll get to two reports here. One from Scott Galloway talking about an economic strike, and then we'll get to being Minnesota nice. How do you protest in a nice way?
Right, and more of your calls at 855-752-4842. Coming right back with more of John and Gordy.
When you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
From the Madison Common Council to the state capitol, stay informed with Civic Media's radio network news team right here on WMDX and on the Civic Media app.
Aho, this is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio.
On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all. Hear voices like Orvina Martin of Emerge, Wisconsin, Dr. Stately, Robert Lilligren, and more. Because Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag, you're it.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
Listen, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Let's put ourselves in the right position.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Parallel parking in Madison? Impossible. Finding real conversation on the radio? Probable. With 92.7 WMDX.
Civic Media Mornings.
I'll be honest, I don't mind public transportation. I will take it when necessary. I don't like it because I'm a germaphobe. I don't know what people have touched. I don't know who's touched things. And so family vacations always were extra special because we just walked around saying, don't lick that. Why is that in your mouth? Please don't. That's disgusting. Wow. He doesn't walk around just licking things, thankfully. But he...
Not since the restraining order.
Catch Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan at your local Civic Media station. Weekdays, 6 to 8.
A fresh perspective on the great outdoors.
What's up, everybody? My name's Joel Clayfish, and this show is all about the great outdoors of the great Midwest. I have the joy of steering the ship across every lake in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, and Illinois. This is Raised in the Woods.
Raised in the Woods with Joel.
It's John and Gordy and Eric. We're cruising through the afternoon here.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hayes. 855-752-4842. Taking your calls here and your texts.
You know,
can, send us something on the Civic Media
Kind
app.
of a really cool version, very different version of Purple Haze was Dion DiMucci. Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, he went through a kind of a folksy stage.
Oh,
A whole bunch of
sure.
folk albums. And he added a little 12-string to this thing and
No
and
kidding.
completely changed it around.
He's had several careers in one because he started out as a pop star,
doo-wop guy.
Yeah, doo-wop and pop star, and then
Yeah, fired everybody in the group, and then he went out solo and he did some great stuff.
And now he does a lot of blues.
He does blues,
Yeah.
but in between he was doing folk.
Yeah, amazing.
All right,
Okay.
let's get to Peter here on the program. What do you got for us, Peter?
Hey, by the way, I also saw Dion open for Frank Zappa at the Riverside Theater. in
You're kidding.
1974.
Wow,
No,
what
I
a
am
what a
not.
bill.
During-
Wow.
Yeah, he had like one of them the city hats. I forget what you call them, but anyway, get to my point.
Okay.
I'm an old fossil. I felt really bad, that guy that called up and he said, I listen to both sides. I listen to this TV station, and then I watch that TV station.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say what the error in the thinking is. That's only one side. That's only the side of the people that can afford to buy radio stations, and they can afford to advertise on radio stations, and they can afford to buy Facebook and X and these things. If you're totally relying on things that come over the wire, you're getting one side, no matter how many different channels you watch. Where are you getting the side of the people that can't afford those things?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this too.
We're seeing media consolidation is essentially what you're getting at here. I mean, there's media consolidation,
Right.
and with the oligarchs in charge now, they're buying up all the rest of the media.
Where do you get your news, Peter?
Yeah.
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in history from the University of Wisconsin, and I read a lot.
Yeah, good.
I've been reading for 60 years, and I'll say this: my friend, I'm sure he loves his country. If you love your country and you understood about Reagan and Trump what I understand, you would feel so guilty you'd go home and cut your throat.
Wow.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. Yeah, the both sides thing bothers me. I truly believe there is one side, and that's the truth side. But
yeah,
it's confusing.
Well,
it's not confusing. It's difficult to try and have that conversation with someone who doesn't believe in the truth or believe what the truth is or thinks the truth is something that has been explained to them in a different way. Now, we have heard that liberals are woke and woke individuals are traitors, and we've heard that woke individuals, liberals, are also fascists. They have managed to switch what fascism actually means, and that isn't the truth. You know, fascism is something, and it's defined. We know what it is. All you have to do is look it up and find out. That's all you have to do, and that's something that everybody can do, and then find out detail by detail, point by point, what a fascist is and how it comes about. And when you see that, you'll recognize a pattern. And that's all I can say.
Well, so much of this both sides stuff, it all changed when Trump came on the scene. You know, I mean, I think it galvanized some people, but it also, you know, he did everything he could do to call things fake news all the time, and accuse Obama of not having a birth certificate, and he's going to build a wall, and all of these huge things. And he started dominating the conversation with all of this stuff, and he got a following, and ended up really destroying the Republican Party. And in turn, the Democrats have been running around with their hair on fire and not knowing what to do about things so much lately.
Yeah, I think you hit it, though. I think it's the emphasis on fake news really turned a lot of heads.
Right.
And gave everybody the right to think what they think is the truth.
Yes, and present their truth, the right side of the aisle truth as they saw it, and as Trump sees it. And it hasn't been the same since.
It hasn't, no.
So, anyway.
Well, next hour we're going to play a few cuts for you in regards to the best way to protest. All right.
Got that coming up, and more of your calls, 855-752-4842. And we're going to come back to the Randy Bachman story.
We figured it out.
More
You looked it
information on
up.
this.
You were able to look it up.
Right. We've got more on that coming up. And
and it's got a happy ending.
It has a very happy ending.
I mean, it's non-sexual. It's got a happy resolution.
A family-friendly
ending.
Resolution,
There
too.
you
Yes,
go.
it's all good news.
All
Okay, we need a little good news every once in a while, right? Okay, news is next. And then we're coming back with our final hour for this Monday of John and Gordy. Stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere. Why would you leave now?
Yes,
Just stay here.
Want to leave. Here's Dion's version
let's
of
play
Purple
some
Haze.
Dion for a while.
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The House Rules Committee convenes this hour to take up a spending package aimed at ending the partial government shutdown that began Saturday. Democrats are demanding changes to immigration operations. ABC's Mary Bruce has more.
The sticking points remain new restrictions on ICE. Now, last week, the president cut a deal with Senate Democrats to pass a 2-week extension of funding for the Department of Homeland Security to buy time to negotiate. But Democrats over in the House aren't totally on board. It means that Speaker Mike Johnson will likely have to pass this with just Republican votes. And even if he pulls that off, Congress would then have just 2 weeks to reach a deal on a host of thorny issues related to ICE.
In Minnesota today, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner listing the shooting death of VA nurse Alex Preddy by federal agents as a homicide. On this Groundhog Day, as millions of Americans are dealing with a winter wallop, both Punxsutawney Phil and Staten Island Chuck saw their shadows, a tradition that marks 6 more weeks of winter. This is ABC News.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build. See their dedicated team of experts. Remodeling done well with love. chadsdesignbuild.com.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson.
I don't think people realized, nor did I, that we would ever get to this point where ICE would be this rogue, this out of control.
That's Congressman Mark Pocan, who represents the Madison area. He was on the west side to talk about ICE agents in Minnesota and in Wisconsin.
Unfortunately, ICE is acting in many ways as a rogue agency, a law enforcement agency that seems to be given direction that they have immunity or impunity above the law, which no law enforcement has. They're acting more like personal police for the executive branch than anything else.
Pocan was speaking with Christine Newman-Ortiz, the head of Voces de la Frontera. Voces operates a hotline to report ICE activity. They've become the ones who confirm rumors about immigration arrests.
This is 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's staffed by volunteers, and it is 1-800-427-0213. And in nearly all of the recent ICE activity, which has picked up here in Wisconsin, this has been used as a way to centralize these reports. We have been encouraging people to not post or repost sightings on social media until they're verified in order to avoid unnecessary fear and misinformation.
Volunteers can also head right to the reported scene to record federal authorities and support families impacted. Pocan wants to see local governments working with community organizations like Voces.
And the more we work together through the organized channels, the better.
I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. You're listening to 92.7 WMDX News.
Super Bowl 60 gets underway. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from San Francisco. Getting ready to host the Super Bowl this week. Both teams arrived here yesterday, the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. The game coming up this Sunday at 5:30. I'll have reports from both teams here all week. Tonight, it's the opening night ceremony live on the NFL Network. The Arizona Cardinals have a new head coach. It's 37-year-old Mike LaFleur, who's been the offensive coordinator of the Rams the past 3 years. LaFleur is the younger brother of Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. floor. Men's college basketball, the Wisconsin Badgers beat Ohio State 92-82. California Governor Gavin Newsom in attendance. His father-in-law, Ken Siebel, was a star basketball player for the Badgers in the early 1960s and was honored before the game. NBA, the Bucks lose in Boston 107-79.
Couldn't make shots. Listen, guys, it's just hard to create shots.
That's Bucks head coach Doc Rivers. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
This report brought to you by Serenity Pet Spa, providing a sanctuary for dogs to be bathed, groomed, and pampered while enjoying free play with other dogs. Serenity Pet Spa, Madison.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy and a low of 5 to 10 tonight. Mostly sunny for tomorrow. Highs in the low 20s and highs in the mid-20s and partly sunny Wednesday. Temps build through the 20s into the 30s to end the week and looking into the weekend. It's 25 right now.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Civic Media Mornings.
Is there any possible way lawmakers would even conceive doing something like this?
With this being buying Greenland for $700 billion?
Yes, yes.
No.
Maya McGinnis is the president of the Bipartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget.
There is not the support nor the resources to buy Greenland for $700 billion right now.
Everything about this is ridiculous.
Right.
There's got to be better ways to use this.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
We got each other.
Oh, I know why he's playing this now.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, okay. What a great movie.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Maybe Bill Murray's greatest movie. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something better. The Stripes is really cool. And I don't know. Yeah, it's Groundhog Day.
This was probably one of the most creative movies.
Yeah. It's a classic now.
It is.
Yeah, and it is Groundhog Day.
So the groundhogs saw their shadow. Both of them were whatever their
No,
names
Punxsutawney
are.
Phil
Saw a shadow.
Yes, and so he got scared, and that means 6 more weeks of winter.
Exactly.
But Jimmy the Groundhog in Sun Prairie
I didn't
did
think of
not
Jimmy.
see his shadow, and that means an early spring around here. So it's a regional thing. You know, there's the national picture with Punxsutawney Phil, then there's the regional. There's all kinds of regional groundhogs.
You were a regional.
I had Rodney the Rodent over in South Bend,
you
Indiana.
were the rodent. You had a rodent costume.
I did it for like
came out.
about a dozen years.
Yeah,
and
did he ever bite anybody's ear like Jimmy and Son Prairie did?
No, but it became quite a thing, actually. And it got a lot of press. And I was stuck with it for year after year, dressing up as in the stupid costume.
Now, you said you were going to post a lot of those pictures online on our Facebook page.
Yeah, that's a lie. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all.
Okay.
I was going to look at some of these other groundhogs, but it doesn't matter now.
I was going to.
There's Phil. Okay.
Okay.
Buckeye Chuck in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
General Beauregard Lee in Jackson, Georgia. French Creek Freddy in French Creek, West Virginia, and Sir Walter Wally in Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, I know. It's a crazy thing.
That is crazy.
Okay.
So are they all on the same page, or is there some
Well, I didn't
difference?
keep a scoreboard this year. That was kind of one of Rodney the Rodent's bits. I would scoreboard the character that I played would scoreboard all of the groundhogs and put out that information. And make a little report out of it. But
I understand the groundhog in Sun Prairie is rather vicious.
that's the one that bit somebody
Yes.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like 14 years ago now, maybe.
Was
But
it
there is
really?
a video
That-
on YouTube,
that
and I have
long?
to say, I do watch it every year.
Do you really? Well, okay. And then back to the Randy Bachman thing.
Yes.
First of all, the documentary that I saw, if you want to check it out, and I don't know why you would, but anyway, Randy Bachman's Vinyl Tap, Every Song Tells a Story, and came out in 2014. And it's a great documentary because he sits there with a band. He's with a band, and he's talking about all of these different songs. And the one that got some attention was You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which we played a little while ago, where he stutters through the song. And apparently he did that as a joke, and that wasn't even supposed to be on the album. It was just something they did as a work track, but somebody from their record company heard it, and they thought it was great, and they put it out, and it was a big hit. Well, Randy Bachman felt really bad about it. He was trying to stop them from putting it out, and he actually recorded another version where he didn't stutter. Are you dozing off over there?
No,
I'll
think
get
it's
to the
great.
point.
The
point is
the story. It's a warm story. Go ahead, tell it.
He re-recorded the vocals so that he didn't stutter through it.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it at all because it sounded too much like Frank Sinatra. I don't know how Randy Bachman could ever sound like Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra, but that was
Wow.
the story. And anyway, following the song's massive success, and again, he did this because his brother had stuttered.
Yep.
So his brother, Gary Bachman, actually reportedly received help for his stuttering after that song became a big hit, and eventually he stopped stuttering. So it all has a happy ending.
There you go. Well, that's
I'm sure-
great. No,
God,
we were
I'm
all
exhausted. Can I take a break?
I imagine for a while there
You
might
did
have been
all
some
that work.
tensions between the brothers. Like, hey,
There's
you know
what?
that joke song I made about you?
Yeah.
They decided to put it on the album. Oh, now you're going to hear it every day for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So
he
had to
actually
live
should have
through
given
that.
him a piece of the action. That would be, give him a couple $100,000.
Yep.
No, but anyway, it all ends well.
Oh,
So-
I'm glad you were able to research that and ease a
Okay.
lot of people's minds
Yeah.
because
All
we
right.
didn't want to think of
Okay.
that song as being cruel. in
Okay.
any way.
Yeah, good. Okay, over to
It
you.
was, but it turned out rather well. All right.
Phone lines are open, 855-752-4842.
Now we're talking about protesting the right way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Larry in Deerfield offered this up. Rick Steves, who does a travel
Oh, sure, on
show
PBS.
on
Yeah,
PBS,
yeah.
he said Europeans do take to the streets and do boycotts and economic shutdowns.
Right.
Both, not one or the other.
Mm.
So we will need to do both as well. Thank you, Larry.
That's Larry from Deerfield. Okay.
All right, now I've got this cut now from NYU Professor Scott Galloway on an economic protest. Let's listen to his point of view.
If you want to look at the fastest political movement in history, it was actually about exactly 6 years ago, and that was 2020, when the GDP went down 31% because of COVID. We had the greatest political movement in history in terms of actual move to action. And my fear is that every few years we protest, we make signs, we chant, we gather. It feels good. It looks great on CNN. And then nothing happens. If you want to understand real power and the difference between being right and being effective, stop watching protests and start watching gross domestic product, specifically GDP. Trump does not respond to outrage. He responds to markets. Talking about something quieter, far more unsettling to the system, and that is an economic strike. A short-term coordinated withdrawal from spending and maybe work. No marching, no slogans, just less. And our economy is 70% consumer-driven. Consumers actually have more power, not in signs or in guns or even in their vote right now. They have it in the power of the purse. If you think about what you could do here, if wealthy households took their spending down 10% and middle class and lower income households, which have a difficult time reducing their spend, took it down 5%, you would take GDP negative almost overnight. It's hard because it requires coordination. It's risky, especially for people living paycheck to paycheck. But that's exactly why it works.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
And I like Larry's idea of doing both, right? We've been doing it for so long. We have so many great costumes now and signs.
Yeah.
And sign companies, and now all the protesters are getting paid.
Right. Yeah, sure.
It's really worked out for us. Oh, okay, now let's go to Minnesota Nice, okay? You know, the protests up there are just fantastic. You know, there's a possible Nobel Peace Prize for the entire city of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Why don't we get to one Minnesotan, Tony Lloyd, and he's got an idea about how to protest ICE.
Okay.
Let's listen.
To the federal agents in Minnesota, we want you to know that this aggression will be met with an equal passive aggression. We're going to say, oh, looks like you're working hard today, but we're going to say it in a way that sounds like a threat. We're going to get you some coffee, but it's going to be that weak Lutheran kind of coffee, like somebody whispered the word Folgers over a cup of hot water. We're going to hold a door open for you, but you'll be so far away you'll have to light jog your way across a parking lot in order to get there. We're going to wave at you with all 5 fingers, but the smile won't reach your eyes and you'll feel it. We're going to give you directions to where you're going, but the last piece of directions will be turn where the old Perkins used to be. You'll never find it.
Oh, boy.
We're going to give you a seat at the potluck table, but the only thing that'll be left is that weird green Jell-O thing. Finally, we're going to say, oh, interesting choice. And you're going to think about it all day.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
That is so Midwest. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We've got Dick. What do you got for us, Dick?
Good afternoon.
Well, it's a little off the subject, but I heard something on Hartman's show last week. Somebody was talking about former President Bush has never weighed in and said a thing about the protests or about this situation with ICE. And I finally came up with my theory on why not. We may not have been talking about any of this if he would have had done his job and been reading his daily briefs. We might not even had ICE. It was formed in 2002 as a result of the 9/11 attack, which he botched, in my opinion. I'm not saying that it was all his fault, but there was pretty good indication something was coming.
Yeah.
And so had that, I don't know.
No, I agree.
I think it would,
at that
it would
time,
bring attention to him.
And at that time, it was just, at that time, they put too many departments in Homeland Security. That was the big criticism of it at the time. Yeah.
And it just gotten totally out of control since. And then another fallacy with all Republican presidents, we have to hear about how they're so much better on the economy. It's proven otherwise.
Yeah, all the time. Well,
all the time.
Yeah, voodoo economics, right? Trickle down does not work. It hasn't worked. It's never worked. So, look, this is the thing. I guess I do believe in the truth. And talking to conservatives who don't necessarily believe in my truth, but there's only one truth. So I'm saying the truth. And I want to know what. I want to know how they think. I think that's my point. I want to get to the bottom of how they came to the conclusions that they have come to. That's where I'm going with this. I'm just curious. All right.
Dick, thanks for that call.
Thanks, Dick.
Let's go to Eric in Milwaukee. Eric, go ahead.
Hi. I've never heard anything on the news. I'm wondering if anyone has ever done a poll of people in Minneapolis or the Minneapolis area of how they feel about ICE being occupying their town. And I would think it would be probably overwhelmingly against, and I think that would be a pretty powerful tool to argue against a lot of the baloney that the Trump administration puts out.
Yeah,
have you ever heard anything of any polls?
Not in that area. Like you mean a Minnesota poll of some sort, like we have the Marquette poll here in Wisconsin.
Right. No local polls that we know of, but
no, I haven't. No.
Yeah, but that's a good point. We should check into that.
We will. We'll look that up.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Good suggestion.
We got a couple of more texts in here. Yeah. Chris says, I'm from Minnesota. This is what the term Minnesota nice actually means. It doesn't mean nice. It's the nicest passive aggression on the planet. Super funny. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Chris, for that.
It's good stuff.
And somebody else chimed in, too.
And agrees.
I'm from Minnesota as well. Minnesota, truly is passive aggressive. Okay. All right.
Well, coming up in just a few moments, I want to get to the big Don Lemon thing.
Oh, yeah.
Getting arrested for supposedly interrupting a church service, which he did not do. Of course, now they're making things up again.
He was just there and reported on it.
Yes. He said something in the beginning of an interview that, on his way into the church, where he says, I'm going to be a part of the operation.
Okay.
He's
what
going
they're hanging
into
their
this
hat on.
operation. They think, well, see, he was part of it. No, that wasn't quite what he was saying, but you can certainly read into it. But anyway, we'll get into that. And then the other protests that they're not reacting to, they're not arresting the individual who is interrupting church services. 2 people. We'll get to that.
All right. That's coming up. Stay with us for more of John and Gordy.
.7 WMDX, smarter than your GPS on John Nolan Drive.
Allure Intimate Apparel redefines what it means to feel confident, celebrating every woman, every shape, and every size. Their expert bra fit specialists offer a refined, pressure-free experience designed for comfort, beauty, and ease. Bra, sleepwear, swim, and lingerie, Allure has it all. With a personalized touch and a commitment to service, Allure helps you feel supported every single day. Visit Allure's new location in the Hilldale Shopping Center, where bra fittings are their focus. Visit AllureFits.com. That's AllureFits.com.
You're staring at the fridge like it's going to talk to you.
I'm waiting for inspiration.
Well, is leftover salad or
Sugar River Pizza?
You say that like it's a question.
It's pizza and pasta and pulled pork and 48 beers on tap.
You had me at Sugar River.
Plus, you deserve a night off from the kitchen.
Right?
And the kitchen deserves a night off from you.
What's that?
I said no one deserves a night off more than you.
Grab the keys, Bob.
Sugar River Pizza. Relaxed, delicious, and always a good idea.
Listen to the Civic Media exclusive podcast, Busted Pencils.
Time to get your learning on. There's no shortage of things to be learning about. What's going across all of the cities right now with ICE protests or people in support of immigration enforcement. The push for public school reform, here's an opportunity to craft a very pro-public school, democracy matters platform.
Subscribe to Busted Pencils wherever you listen to podcasts.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
My Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But early detection allowed us to take control of the situation together.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down, until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
This is grade A weapons grade stupidity.
Just doing my civic duty, sir.
We can duck and cover. There's a fallout shelter right there.
There's no way to survive this, you idiot!
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
Not most of the time.
All the time.
Yes, all the time. Yeah. All the time. It's John and Gordy and Aaron. We've got a few responses here in the text.
Yeah.
One is, and I think this is kind of at the heart of the issue. Tom wrote, this is an easy one. All comes down to the pro-life issue. Democrats evil, Republicans good. I think that is a great example. Now, you could give that example for other things as well, like, Medicaid, food stamps, all of that.
Right.
It differentiates the conservatives from the Democrats. And I think that's where it really is kind of bottom lining.
Yeah.
So that's why there is this difference. It's not so much the facts maybe, but it's where you stand on social issues, right?
Yeah. Social and the moral issues. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moral issues as well.
That's it.
All right.
Phone lines are back open. If you want to get in, now's a good time. 855-752-4842. Happy Groundhog Day.
Did somebody leave the door open? One of the street people have come
Oh,
up here.
wait.
And,
no, it's Catherine Lake. I didn't even recognize her.
I don't carry change anymore, so.
How you doing there?
Okay.
Yeah, everything all right in your world?
Are you all right?
Okay.
Okay.
You know.
You look, the sock hat really improves.
Holy smokes. He is picking on my. What do you think you are, my brother?
It's a beanie.
I heard you. Was it you guys talking about, or was I listening to somebody else?
Oh, were you? Oh, really?
You guys talking about?
Nice shot. Nice
were you
shot.
talking about talking to family members like I had to with my brother? Was it you guys talking about that? There was, wasn't it? Your first hour?
No. I'm
I was
sorry.
listening to other
you
people.
were listening
Yeah.
to some other station, apparently. Okay.
All right.
No, you played the thing from Saturday Night Live.
I did.
Yeah,
that
was
was
that.
yeah.
That was great stuff.
Because that's my brother. I want him to come to us and tell us.
Really?
And then we'll scream at him as he tries to say, "I'm sorry,"
or just cringe on the sofa while you're trying not to scream back. And we've been saying that all along,
right? Yeah, let's go to the phones. Kurt is on the line from Madison. Kurt, good afternoon. Go ahead.
John.
John, here we go.
I truly love the fact that you're wanting to understand the other side.
Yes.
But given that we have only 2 sample points that call into your show that are on the other side, it makes this a little bit more difficult.
It does. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you really want to break down how the Republicans think, it falls into 2 categories. There are the wealthy who basically have no empathy or base core morals whatsoever. Then you have the other ones that are poorly educated, no critical thinking skills, and even though they'll never admit it, have some color problem in their life. And with all due respect to Gary, if you're my older brother, I would just simply say, you need to go back online and read up on Reagan and get a sound understanding. So, John, for you, I'm doing this for you. I suggest you invite CJ to your house. I'm sure you have a couch, and you can psychoanalyze him, and then maybe you'll get closer to understanding CJ. But to do it in a call on the show, impossible.
Can't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I've been warned. We haven't heard from CJ in a little while here, but Kurt. Yep. All right. Thanks a lot, Kurt.
He's trying to help you.
Well, I think if I have CJ over, he'll never leave. He'll see the good life. He'll say, "Oh man, these liberals, these woke people."
Well, nothing's going to happen overnight, right? You're not going to change anybody's mind in a moment. It's going to happen over the next several years. Yeah. We have to reconcile a lot of things.
Well, I think, Kurt brought up a good point about racism as well. I think Trump has made it okay.
Yeah, he has.
Normalized it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. By going through immigration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's he's weaponized it.
Okay, we're getting more of your texts and more of your calls. 855-752-4842. Reading through some of the texts here. Just offered. I'm trying to preview these before I say them out loud.
I did not hear this one.
Which one?
Yes. Crute actually made a Thanksgiving special years ago with CJ and aired it.
Ooh, I didn't know
a whole
that.
episode.
Were you here for that, Aaron?
I wasn't here to record it, but it did happen.
And he says here, nothing changed his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I just don't think he's your typical MAGA. I just
well,
don't.
My friend in Milwaukee is unwaverable. You can't convince him
not
otherwise.
Gonna change his
no matter
mind about
what I have
anything.
sent him, as I go through a lot of the show material, I would send him a few of those cuts, and he would come back with some crazy stuff.
I would submit, like my brother, that it's not about the facts and this thing, this opinion, this bit we're talking about, Donald Trump, the whole essence of it, it's him. I don't want you, John, telling me I'm wrong about anything. Turn it into it's about John Gordy's hat. That's a brown hat. No, it's a gray hat. Don't tell me it's a gray hat. It's a brown hat. He's just not going to want to be told.
Yeah.
And neither will my brother.
Yeah.
He does not want to be told, you messed this up big.
Yeah. Well, he's missing his chance. I know he's truly a MAGA. He's missing his chance to sue you. It seems like that's what Trump wants to do constantly. So next thing you know, your relatives will be suing you for
Don't give
things
them any
you've
ideas.
said to them.
Okay. News is next. Then we're back with the final half hour for this Monday of John and Gordy, with Catherine along for the ride, and Aaron Zommers as well. Coming right back after this.
Come on and save me. Can't you feel what you're doing to me now? I'm on the run again. Gotta save your soul.
92.7 WMDX, because cows can't host talk shows.
This report brought to you by Downtrins Distilling, making fun-flavored spirits with local produce. Attend a tasting. Book today at downtrins.com.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. As the Democratic field for governor stays large, the Republican side is thinning out. Lisa Hale explains.
A Republican candidate for governor is endorsed by President Donald Trump. Trump said on social media that Tom Tiffany, who's the current representative in Wisconsin's 7th congressional district, has always been at his side. And as governor, Tiffany would work to grow the economy, cut taxes, secure the border, ensure law and order, support the military, and protect gun rights. Tiffany, a longtime supporter of Trump, launched his gubernatorial campaign in Wausau back in September. Following the endorsement, Washington County Executive Josh Schoeman dropped out of the gubernatorial race, meaning Tiffany will now face medical service technician Andy Mansky in the August 11th Republican primary.
Meanwhile, a handful of people are challenging the state treasurer. Republican John Leiber currently holds the seat. 3 Democrats are running to take his spot. Eric Wilson is a small business owner who wants to increase financial literacy. Dylan Helmenstein is an analyst for the state's Medicaid program. He wants to focus on affordability. Yilang Shang is on the Marathon County Board. He talked with Civic Media's Isabella Nieto last week.
The state treasurer position, often people look at that position and feel that it's a ceremonial position, but it's not. It's about accountability. This position here has held accountable by the Wisconsinites. It's not accountable to the governor or the state legislator.
Leiber is a fiscal conservative and says he's proud of growing investments for the state of Wisconsin. Because it's a largely symbolic role, back in 2018, there was a referendum on the ballot where voters got to choose whether to axe the office of the treasurer altogether. But instead, Wisconsinites chose to keep the position. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Well, believe it or not, Stranger Things was not the most viewed show in 2025. According to Nielsen, despite over 40 billion minutes viewed, the Netflix show ranked just 3rd when all was said and done last year. Grey's Anatomy came in 2nd place with 41 billion minutes viewed, surprising and impressive. And the number 1 most viewed show last year with more than 45 billion minutes viewed was the Australian kids show Bluey. Rounding out the top 5 were NCIS with 37 billion minutes viewed, and in 5th place, SpongeBob SquarePants with 35.5 billion minutes. When it comes to kids' movies, according to Nielsen, the most streamed was K-pop Demon Hunters with over 20 billion minutes. Moana 2 is in 2nd place with just under 10 billion viewed minutes, and Despicable Me 4 with 8.5 billion. When it comes to adult films, or films for adults, I probably should say, Happy Gilmore was first with 7 billion minutes, and Wicked 2 was a close second. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza. Skip cooking. Get the hot, handcrafted pizza consistently rated Best of Madison delivered straight to your door. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Partly cloudy and a low of 5 to 10 tonight. Mostly sunny for tomorrow. Highs in the low 20s. and highs in the mid-20s and partly sunny Wednesday. Temps build through the 20s into the 30s to end the week and looking into the weekend. It's 25 right now.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
Where working people come to talk. It's The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues American working families care about. No talking points, no focus groups. Get ready for a heavy dose of democracy, fairness, grit, and no apologies. It's current affairs from a working class labor perspective.
I'm alright, nobody but about me. Why you got to give me a fight? Can't you just let it be? I'm alright, don't nobody but about me. You got to give me a fight. Why don't you just let me be?
Why are we playing Kenny Loggins?
Well, because it's the theme for the movie Caddyshack, another Bill Murray special.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a stretch, but...
No, that's good. That's good. You know, I went to see Kenny Loggins.
I saw Loggins in Messina.
When they were Loggins in Messina.
Right.
I went.
You went too?
I did.
Here in Madison?
A friend of mine, a guitar playing friend of mine in Milwaukee, said, hey, let's go up to, and I believe it was Oshkosh University up there.
All right.
And they were playing at the Union, and we went up there and saw them for $1.
You're kidding.
No.
What year was that? My God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw him in Boston. I was going to school, broadcast school there, Graham Junior College. Hello. No longer exists, of course, just like all the other broadcast
Just like mine
schools.
is gone as
all
well.
went out of business. And I saw them. They were the opening act. Loggins, get this, Bill. I've told you about this before, but Aaron might know. So Loggins Messina was the first band. The second band was the Mahavishnu Orchestra.
Whoa.
You talk about a mind-bending experience.
I did not know that.
Unbelievable. The only reason they got paired up is they were both on the same record label. Columbia Records put them together on tour.
That had to be very interesting.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy. Okay.
But it was, you know, it was really cool seeing Loggins and Messina.
They were great. I got to say, they were really good.
I must have seen them right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
When they started touring the college campuses for $1 at the Union. I had to sit on the floor watching them, but each one came out and did their own songs.
Yeah.
And then they got together. And,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That must have been way early in their career.
It was very early.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh, going back in time.
I can feel the weed high now.
It feels like yesterday. Yes.
Okay.
Got a contact high just from walking into places like that. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get into the Don Lemon situation here.
Yeah, right.
Here's Don Lemon. He was arrested, by the way. Yeah. And they're charging him with interrupting a church service.
I wonder if we had to have a mugshot and everything. Get your fingerprints.
Oh, God. This is not a real world anymore, is it?
Well, it's just a signal that they're going after the media again, you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, but yeah, I know. It's
Anyway,
crazy.
As he was going in and getting his equipment out of the car, he was recording it, and he said that he was going to be a part of the operation to disrupt the church. Now, that's not exactly what he meant to say. You'll hear it in this cut. He's reporting on the operation of the protest. So let's listen to this first here.
Sunday morning church.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. We're after we do this operation, you'll see it live. Where's my phone? I need my phone. The First Amendment is about the freedom to protest. I'm sure people here don't like it, but protests are not comfortable. And there are people here who are, I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner, he's frightened, he's scared, he's crying, people are leaving church. If I were the pastor, I would offer a prayer. I would try to calm things down and say, listen, talk to you, we're all citizens, we're all believers and Christians.
I don't think the answer is going into God's church.
It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
But I'm surprised that law enforcement has not showed up yet. We're going to take you outside of the church.
All right, there's Don Lemon reporting, charged under the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act for interviewing protesters at a church in Minneapolis. It's called the FACE Act, and it was written for anti-abortion protesters.
Right, exactly.
That's what it was written for.
Right,
it was
not churches.
It was broadened to churches, but only protecting people who wanted to go into a church.
Right.
It really didn't say anything about church services being interrupted. I don't know. God,
to be clear, Don, that's not why he was there. He wasn't there to protest or be a part of this protest.
Absolutely.
He was just reporting
on the operation to protest.
Right. That's what he was reporting.
And it didn't sound like he was agitating.
No, he wasn't doing any of that.
Historian Mary Ziegler said the Trump administration is definitely focused on the ideology, not the tactics of protesters in churches. So why, then, is Pam Bondi prosecuting Don Lemon and not MAGA congressional candidate Valentina Gomez? Now,
who?
Valentina, she was a candidate, and she took a blowtorch and burned the Quran. That was her.
Okay.
That was an ad that she made. She lost dramatically in that election. But here it is. This is Valentina Gomez in the church. Cut 17.
All right, so this scowling man is none other than Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, and he went on a Sunday show this morning to say this about Don Lemon's arrest.
So when do you believe that Mr. Lemon crossed the line from reporting on what was going on to criminal activity?
Nobody in this country should feel comfortable storming into a church while it's ongoing and disrupting that church service and thinking that we're just going to stand by and let that happen, because there is a statute that does not allow that to happen. You are not allowed to do that.
Don Lemon did not participate in any chants inside that church, and every interaction he had with parishioners ended like this.
I would like to answer your question. I just can't right now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
But we acknowledge the complexity of the situation.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you talking.
Now let's take a look at famously anti-gay wannabe MAGA Congresswoman Valentina Gomez 2 months ago, where she once again tried to make a viral video going to an LGBTQ inclusive church and saying this.
I would say Romans 1:32, homosexuality is a sin, and whoever supports that is worthy of death.
All right, so would you say people in this church would be concerned and saying that it is worthy of death? She set out to disturb a church service to make a viral video to try to attract more bigoted followers to her campaign.
There you go.
Okay.
So anyway, this is kind of an upbeat report. Guy should cut back on the caffeine. And I'm a guy who likes drinking coffee, but that sounded like too much coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
Time to relax.
And there's another person. Another guy who interrupted a church service. This doesn't get a lot of press, but I found this. He's telling everybody in this church. He interrupted the church service and told everybody in the church that he is the Christian there. Let's listen to that.
And that's why I'm here today, to tell all of you guys that you need to repent. And I'm looking around, I'm seeing all this LGBTQ stuff. And that has no place in God's kingdom. You should hold your pastor accountable to teach sound doctrine.
This is our choice. We have
Right.
a choice.
But no, we have
a choice.
Yeah, but there's a truth. There's an objective truth.
I don't care what.
There's an objective truth. There's an objective truth. And I'm afraid that you guys are on your way to hell if you don't repent.
I'm angry.
I'm not angry. This is love. This is love.
No, you're judging.
You guys, yeah, you're right. I am judging you. The Bible tells me to judge. The Bible says that the spiritual man will judge all things. You guys are already condemned, and you know that.
There you go.
Okay.
So, and I told my mega friend in Milwaukee who's a born-again Christian, I've told him very often, I said, when did God give you the responsibility to make his decisions for him on judging people?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Anyway, again, we're talking about Valentina Gomez interrupting a church service, no arrest. We're talking about this guy interrupting a church service. Again, no arrest. Don Lemon covering a church disruption, arrested.
Yeah.
Okay. Under the FACE Act.
Right.
Again, and that is freedom of access to clinics, entrances.
Yeah.
And they were talking about abortion clinics, not so much churches, just to let you know.
Let's go to the phones. Pat from Milwaukee has something to say about the Don Lemon story. Pat, go ahead.
Yes, we should all remember from our Bible history that the first disruptor of a religious service that we know about is Jesus, entering the temple and trashing the temple to throw out the money changers and the hypocrites.
There you go.
And that's exactly what was happening last week, or when Don Lemon went into that church to report what was happening. There was a righteous group of people who were challenging the ICE hypocrite in the pulpit of that church.
Right. Yes, I know. The pastor is an ICE organizer there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is evil in the pulpit, and there's nothing, no other. A good Christian has no choice but to be there and challenge that evil. These people are basically living living out Jesus' call to justice.
Yes. Great.
That's exactly what's happening.
All right, Pat. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thanks,
Putting
Pat.
Perspective on it. I agree, and you could tell that Don Lemon was just doing his job. He's a journalist, an independent journalist out there.
Right. He's no longer with CNN.
Right.
He has his own show on YouTube. He has his own reports on YouTube.
Exactly.
As
So
an individual.
And it was a good report.
It was, yeah. He's been traveling all over the country, and
I don't know what it is about these people. It's just I mean.
Right?
Oh, okay. Now let's get to this. This is kind of a judge's decision to release the 5-year-old boy, Liam Ramos.
That happened over the weekend.
From ICE.
And his father.
Yeah.
Also.
This is just a great decision. Wait till you hear this. Let's play cut 15.
You may have seen the good news that Liam Ramos, the 5-year-old detained by ICE, has been ordered released, but it is worth reading what this judge wrote in his opinion. I have never seen anything like this as a lawyer. He starts off, this case has its genesis in the ill-conceived and incompetently implemented government pursuit of daily deportation quotas, apparently even if it requires traumatizing children. Then he continues, Civic's lesson to the government. Administrative warrants issued by the executive branch to itself do not pass probable cause muster. Then this part. Observing human behavior confirms that for some among us, the perfidious lust for unbridled power and the imposition of cruelty in its quest know no bounds and are bereft of human decency. And the rule of law be damned. Then he signs it with a judicial finger in the constitutional dike, and he includes a picture of the little boy. Stunning.
That's a incredible decision.
Right.
Telling it like it is. And by the way, I want to say thank you from Carl out in Muskego.
He was talking about your going to see Loggins of Messina, right?
Yes. Up in Oshkosh, we went up there and went to a concert in Union Hall somewhere. I don't remember too much about it.
He's saying Albee Hall.
It's Albee Hall.
Is that right? Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a union.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's part of the union there.
Okay.
But anyway, Albee Hall. Yeah, Carl, thank you. I nailed it down to like 1971 or 72. It was all a blur to me somewhere along the way. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's before I even got my Earthwood guitar. I went up to Arizona.
Wow. Yeah?
Yeah, I was looking at all the guitar shops in Phoenix and Tucson, and I found in Tucson a guitar shop that had 2 Ernie Ball Earthwood guitars, man, and they're just gorgeous, beautiful. Oh, I got 2 of them.
You got
one
2?
for my friend who asked me to go to the concert to see Loggins and Messina. So.
Wow.
I carried 2 damn guitars back from Arizona on a bus.
Did you get any Earth shoes to go with your Earth?
No.
Remember Earth shoes?
I
had a pair.
Did you?
I did. I wish I still
It's
had
like walking uphill, right?
Yes. Back with more of John and Gordy after this.
Know what's happening in your community across Wisconsin and around the nation, all right here on 92.7 WMDX and on the Civic Media app.
Transform your outdoor space with David J. Frank, Wisconsin's award-winning landscape management company for 65 years. You've seen their beautiful work at Hilldale Shopping Center. From expert lawn care to seasonal flower beds, precise trimming and sustainable solutions, David J. Frank makes your vision a reality. And right now is the best time to prune or remove trees. Request your free quote today at davidjfrank.com and get on their list for spring cleanups. David J. Frank, 65 years of excellence in every blade of grass.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag You're It.
This is Robert Pilot, host of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we talk about Native issues like treaties, protecting Mother Earth, and holding our elected officials accountable. You'll also hear from Turtle Island voices like Arvina Martin, State Representative Heather Keeler, Ruth Anna Buffalo, Dr. Anthony Stately, State Senator Mary Kunish, Robert Lilligren, and Bob Blake. Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
I'm Angela Bassett. For 33 million Americans, one bite can cause a life-threatening reaction. Now, there's a needle-free option for epinephrine. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready-to-act.
Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief.
It would have been interesting to have this kind of conversation with John Lemon. It's John and Gordy here with Aaron, and I want to add something here. I think Ronnie brings up a good point about the Westboro Baptist Church, people who used to attend military funerals and call all sorts of disruptions. That is not the WAFE Act. It is the SERV act that they passed in order to prevent the Westboro Church from protesting funerals of veterans. So wanted to double check on that just to make sure, because when I researched the WAVE Act, I didn't see a reference to the Baptist Church, which wasn't really, I don't know. Was it really a Baptist church or not? It was just a group of protesters, obnoxious as heck. All right, let's go to Cam now. What do you got for us, Cam?
Hey, guys. I believe some of you had wanted Bernie in the past, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, this is only half joking, but there is a serious implication here for the 2026 midterms.
Mm-hmm.
So, under Article 2, Section 4, through the impeachment process, they can remove people like the president and any people that are under him within his cabinet, including the vice president. And a new Speaker of the House can be elected as well, since we're going to get majority possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put someone like Bernie or whoever the hell you wanted in that position, and then impeach and remove the president and his cabinet. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of a half joke, but like in a way, I feel like there's, I don't know, I'm going to say a 2% chance of something like that happening, right?
Yeah.
Like that's pretty dramatic. I don't see someone like Schumer or Jeffries going for it, but I can't say no because everything has been just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I think there's a 1% chance of doing anything like that because I'm in a 1% milk, basically. So I don't know.
Okay.
You know, it's just, that would be an incredible amount of work to do something like that.
A lot of steps. It's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of steps, and we tried so many times to get this guy impeached, and
Well,
none of that worked.
Right? Yes.
And then, of course,
if you impeached him, and then who's running the trial?
Yeah.
John Roberts.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, we tried so many different ways. We tried to get Russia to interfere with the election. That was a secret. That was another George Soros project. Darn. Man. Well, I can't believe it.
You can't keep a secret.
Seriously, I can't tell you anything.
I really can't. All right. Well, anyway, let's listen to...
time for one quick story here.
A quick story, okay.
Yeah.
This is 3 minutes. No, it isn't. Karl Rove. Let's listen to
what's
Karl
he got
Rove.
to
Well, he's
say?
out again. You know, he's trying to stay relevant somewhat. He's shredding.
He's on Fox a lot.
He's shredding. Well, he's trying to warn people about Trump.
Oh.
And Trump is lying all the time. So let's listen to what Karl Rove had to say about this.
Last year, we lost 70,000 manufacturing jobs. We lost 145,000 blue-collar jobs. There's a great deck put out today by the Washington consultant and prognosticator Bruce Millman. Blue-collar consumer confidence is at a record low since 1976 when they began asking the question. The top 20% of the American population is responsible for 75% of the GDP. The bottom 80% is responsible for 25% of the GDP. The lower income households are bearing a bigger burden of inflation because the things that they have to pay for, like rent and utilities, have risen high.
Yeah, so we've got a real big problem here. No one ever talks about it, but it really is these gigantic, huge healthcare premiums that we're paying now.
Yeah.
I don't know why that kind of disappeared. I don't know why the Republicans aren't backing down just a little bit on this. I know there are talks going on, but I don't see real positive movement in that direction.
Talk to the young men.
Yes.
They are the ones who voted Donald Trump in kind of as a voting bloc. We figure that. They don't care about health care. They don't have to. They're so healthy that their parents are going to live forever. So are they.
Well, here's the thing. They were on their parents' health care plan through the ACA until they were 26 years old.
26, 27.
No problem.
Yeah.
Right.
So they weren't even thinking about it. Maybe that was a big problem. But I'm really angry that the Democrats have not been out there plugging away at universal health care. They have disappeared completely, even on the ACA tax cuts. Oh, my God, please, where are these people? It's frustrating as hell. Come on, let's invite a couple of these elected officials on this program, and we'll get some damn answers here. I'm going to drag it out of them. Okay. I'm done. I'm tired of this, you know.
It's a Monday.
Okay.
John's hot.
Oh, boy. It's going to be a long week. Hey, coming up tomorrow, we're going to talk to Ben Jarbo. He is the Paul Harvey of the Midwest Farm Report, right?
He's the he's the poor Paul Harvey.
Is that what he called
I think
it?
that's what he called
Man's Paul Harvey.
Yeah, he's
Poor
the poor
man's
man's
Paul
Harvey. I
Okay.
love that line. I love that line.
And also, we're going to talk with Liz Johnston from the Serenity Pet Spa, what you should or shouldn't be doing with your pets this time of year and getting ready for spring. And maybe, you know, and here it is, Groundhog Day. So spring around here, it's coming in 6 weeks. That's what Jimmy the Groundhog said. And Jimmy's always right.
Well, you're a big weatherman. You know all this stuff.
At least Jimmy didn't bite anybody this year. No rabies shots in Sun Prairie.
In Sun Prairie, it's tough out there. They got to cage that thing.
That's going to do it for John and Gordy. Oh, boy. Who's next? It's Pete Schwaba, Nightlight. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. So long.
John and Gordy in the morning. As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.